Hello, everybody, and
Hi.
welcome to the Tea Leaf Adventuring Company. And we are coming to you, as we don't often do, live. Oh,
You're not even in camera.
ah, shit, just on time. We just started. What an
we literally
entrance.
just went live.
Wow.
Sir?
Oh,
Yeah, we got to get him lab.
Yep. We don't know how we're going to sound tonight, guys,
brought the
because we are
football?
trying the labs, but I am
The football.
not as good as Shockett with these things, so we're here.
Yeah.
And we got a Luke here, who decided to be fashionably late.
As
a
always.
bastard. Well, now the fried pickles are cold, and you have to deal with that.
That's
Yeah.
okay. I just ate a whole bunch of food. Okay, so I have to hit the which
You're on already.
I am. Check 1, 2.
You're good. We checked already.
Okay, beautiful.
Smidge on the quiet side, we are sitting a little close together. I think I can fix that on the OBS side. Luke, start talking.
I'm just talking. Hello.
Well, no, I mean like start talking about what we're doing here tonight.
Oh, right. Where am I looking? Right there. Hi. So tonight is our little last wrap-up stream for the Build a Boss event for SameYou. Tonight we're gonna chill, play some minis, and just kind of talk about everything that we've been up to the last month and some of the highlights and special moments and everything. Talk a little bit about what all this money is going to be that you guys did an awesome job at raising is going to be going towards. And most importantly, I think is definitely give out some thank yous because they are very well deserved.
All right.
So
Excellent. We are good. Your seat's right here in the middle.
right in the middle.
Yeah, you're in the sandwich.
All right.
So
Beauteous. Let me pull up the stream just so I can
yeah, no, of course we
get
do
the
have
view.
our chat right here, but I know you want to see how good we look on stream, so that's
of
okay
course,
too.
Naturally.
We also got that view right there too, with
That's
a
true.
mild delay.
Oh, you know what? I got the chat.
Oh,
right
hello,
there.
SameYou.
Hi,
Welcome
SameYou.
in.
Welcome in.
Lots
welcome
of
in.
thank yous. Yeah. So, I guess where do we want to start while we do?
I actually had an itinerary.
You have an
Oh.
itinerary.
Yes.
Well,
Alright.
you can guide us while the rest of us, the two of us, set up the paint miniatures.
All right.
That's all good. I'm gonna grab a little pickle right here.
Sure. So yeah, I just jotted those down earlier.
Oh yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah. I was in that message.
You were. It's a message with all three of us. First and foremost, I think it's like, goddamn. We killed it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
So my goal for this year was to do at least as good as last year, because last year was also totally kick-ass, totally amazing, and we completely blew it out of the water last year, right?
Mhm.
'Cause I think our original stretch goal was like $1,000 last year.
Yeah,
right?
we blew it out of the water the
And
first
I was
night.
like-
which was,
Right. I was like, if we can get like $300, I'd consider that a success. That's really
Absolutely.
awesome, you know?
Yeah.
And we ended up going like $2,300 just about. I think we are just shy of $2,300 last year.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So I was like, what are the odds realistically that this community comes through and pulls that through again? I was like, I mean, this is not an insignificant amount of money.
No,
right?
not at all.
This is actually a good chunk of change that does a lot of really good stuff. And so I was like, if we get lucky somehow and can raise at least as much as last year, to me, that's a huge W. That's a huge win.
Yep.
And now we're sitting here at the end of the month, more than double what we did last year.
Yeah, that was. Just,
Yeah.
That's
I think
wild.
once we hit that threshold, I was like, cool, we did it again. And then watching it just keep going up
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like,
The going up part was the wild thing to me.
Yeah, because like the first, I mean, I think we raised like over $400 before we even did our first
yeah.
Yeah,
Build
the-
a Boss stream.
that
Just from the hype,
The hype and the test night.
the test night there, like that
Yeah,
was
because the test night was more of a technical thing.
right. That was wild, and I was like, okay, we're onto something here. This could be really, really big. Do you have a pair of scissors I can open this little zip? tie with?
Probably somewhere around here. If you guys didn't know,
And then
we're in the
just, like,
craftorium.
Again, the first night was like over $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, off the
like,
top.
Right off the top, thank you. And it just kept getting better and better and better and better and better. And we're gonna do thank yous later, in detail, I think.
Yeah, give some people
But,
some time to come in.
Definitely early on, just want to give a shout out to Mr. Toho, Kyle.
Oh,
Holy cow, that was like
the big end push.
The big end push was wild. I don't know if this.
I'm
is
worried.
okay.
Give me that.
Yeah, I'm gonna break your scissors.
I'm not worried about the scissors. I'm worried about you. What a highlight that would be for the end of the
Yeah,
night.
right. I mean, just
Try not
the hype and the continued like, support and like I feel like we did not lose momentum throughout the entire month because I
Yeah.
feel like I just talking realistically, having done these sort of things in the past,
There is a momentum loss towards the end, and that's kind of
Correct.
the danger of having like a longer stretch of time that you were actually involved in.
right? But I mean, I say our community, this community, all of you guys, absolutely killed it, and like I felt the excitement level just did not.
Yeah,
Phase
no,
the
it
entire month.
definitely held up.
Which is awesome because that's a big thing for us. I mean,
Yeah.
that's really really cool.
That is super cool.
This is the starter set.
I know
from forever ago
Yeah.
that I won, and then I'll be honest right now, I'm a terrible artist.
Well, the good news is they have a little booklet that teaches you the steps to go through.
Oh, interesting.
Reaper Minis once had us an affiliate program. Well, they still had one. We actually don't have that anymore, but we're still a fine supporter. We didn't get kicked out of their affiliate program or anything. We
They
just
shut
kind
it
of
down.
they shut it down because of nobody to run it.
Yeah, they're a small company too. So
Yeah.
Does that still work? That still works. Okay, so
Oh, yeah,
if
you
type
can still check 'em
exclamation
out.
Reaper, that link still pops up. So
So
please
the
give
kit
it
you
a
have there
Yeah.
starts you with the skeleton, so you can pop the skeleton on your
Okay, I'm
painting
gonna do the
handle,
skeleton. Yeah,
which is just kind of squirts it in there.
gotcha. Do we have trash?
Just
anywhere?
throw it in the kitchen somewhere. I'll pick it up later.
Thank you. Okay.
So yeah, no, this was a very big deal for what we were doing, and I think we didn't expect it to go as far as we did.
No, this was awesome. Because I also remember last year, we were intending on like a one stream
Yeah,
deal,
well,
right?
we only did a month because
it was so popular and so hyped.
I think we really only did a month is because we sorely underestimated how much we were going to get done
Yeah.
Correct.
with the participation levels that we had.
Right. So this year, I think we were definitely better prepared. I felt a lot more on top of keeping things,
Yep.
running, keeping things changing and dynamic. I would like to say I definitely appreciate number one, and I don't mean any snark about this, but it's just a reality. No drama this year, which I think is important.
Oh yeah.
Because we're all gamers, we're all competitive, and
Oh yeah, there is competitive nature of it all.
right. This is a competition, so I
Yep.
just big shout out, no BS there.
Mhm.
But I also just knowing how last year went and being able to adapt on the fly and get you guys' continuous feedback
Yep.
was really cool because again we can kind of go into the the deep dive here, but like
Mhm.
the first night was way different than the second night, was way different than the third.
Oh,
night,
absolutely.
And so being able to get feedback in real time and kind of change things on the fly and keep things fresh and exciting and fun and incentivize donations was a really cool part of this whole month-long thing this time.
Yeah, and it's nice being able to incentivize stuff with because we've done charity events in the past under the prior moniker,
Mhm.
and I think incentivizing with things that don't cost money has made it so much just goofy things like
Right, like the AAA Triple R, which is like
Yeah.
the fan favorite, right? Like that.
yeah, like even though with our stretch goals where it's like, okay, well, now we're gonna go and do goofy streams in the future, and we're
Right.
gonna have D&D stuff that is just a time investment, which is a good thing to see that people aren't just donating for prizes. Can you pass me a smattering of different color browns?
Oh yeah.
No, the stretch goals this year were definitely pretty fun, and again,
Yeah.
the tattoo one is interesting because
Oh, always.
again, I always put that as like a big long shot thing, and here we are.
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Now that we're gonna have matching tattoos,
right.
I mean, I might get that Harper ring if we're
The
talking.
Harper ring would be pretty cool.
The Harper ring's gonna be pretty
I just
snazzy.
the actual finger spot
Yeah.
is really painful, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say go for it, but
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go for it. Let's be
That'd be
real
cool.
here. So we're doing a bunch of painting, as you can all see.
Oh,
The
yeah.
battle elements are super fun. Joseph, thank you for Pingy and Candy for hanging out, as well as SameYou. Melvin, you don't count. Oh, and Sanrio. Sanrio was in there
Sanrio's
too,
here,
I
right?
saw.
He definitely counts.
Yeah, he does.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The winner of the Build a Boss tournament. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
final strike.
Oh yeah, that was such a weird little ending too.
It was.
Mhm.
Like the way that all kind of came together.
Sorry.
Also the background on that map.
Oh, from the Awakening.
I know. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of history with that map. So I was very happy.
Could have
to-
fooled me. I have no idea where we're going.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of good history. That was a good map for that too, where it was just like one super cool throwback to the people that recognized it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So
But yeah, no, I think it was a cool way to end. I think that was actually a great way to end that format. I think Kadoria Clash was kind of like 4 nights of the same thing, right? So,
yeah, it was all pretty
Yeah.
much the same thing.
but it was exciting and competitive, and this had a different nose to it, right? Like
right.
it almost felt like there was a different buildup of the energy because everything was changing week to week, and I think that really helped us in a way.
Luke, do you need a pallet?
Yeah,
Probably. Yeah. I
have
also
some here.
don't know what I'm doing.
Well,
that's okay. It's so the booklet's gonna.
I just don't want to sit here and read a booklet while we're on.
No. So the booklet's gonna give you 3 main steps: blocking out your main colors, washing, and dry brushing,
Okay.
which is gonna make the mini pop. And the skeleton's a really fun one to do because it's a lot of big color areas.
Does it tell me what colors to use?
It does tell you what colors to use in
I'm
there.
trying
So
to find that.
I think one of them is like desert sand to start with. Where are my 5 million
step one,
pallets?
base coat.
It's been like 4 years since I've used that booklet, so do bear that in mind.
I don't think it says.
Hey, Meta.
What's up, guys?
Where are my spare pellets?
Where do you start off with? Step 1, base coat, first layer.
Yeah, step 1 base coat.
Yeah.
No idea where my spare pellets are. Oh, here's one.
I mean, this looks, I don't know if we want to go like this, but
Well, this is saying. Am I blind?
You might be. May I?
Yeah. Go for it.
'Cause mix one part occurring with yellows, dropper bottles make it easy to do. Another destruction right mead.
This is me right here.
Paint base coat on paint on smoothly. You should texture to brush. If you see, mix a drop of water into it. Use the number 2 flat brush.
Yep, got that.
All right. It doesn't.
It doesn't. I'm just gonna wing it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
just wing it. It definitely looks like because it's giving you color options.
Yeah. I'm gonna mix a little bit of white with a little bit of the brown. I think.
Because
No?
I'm trying to remember.
That's the one.
That's the one,
That's
right?
the one.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Your paints have been sitting a while, so you
They
might
have.
want to hit them on the
I have a
yeah push down. I never plugged it in.
Yeah, I meant to,
Oh,
I meant
I'm
to
a
ask you
fool.
about that earlier.
Well,
But,
why didn't you ask me?
Well, I mean, you know me.
You're so nice.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, sorry, everybody.
Oh, yeah. So we have a little mini show-off area.
Bottom right of
Bottom
your
right.
screen, guys.
Yeah.
So if we get somewhere where we want to show off our work, we'll be able to. Now it's plugged in,
Beautiful. Thank you.
and now I got to fix all the cameras.
So now you just take it and you.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's like a massage.
Oh, it's a lab mixer, right?
Ooh, yeah.
That's more around your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not.
Okay. So yeah, one thing I definitely want to talk about is the specific encounters that y'all built.
Keely, grab a roll of paper towels.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Should I do a little bit of water in this too?
I find their paints don't necessarily need it. You definitely don't need that much.
Oh, my bad. I don't know what I'm doing.
That's okay.
Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Definitely wet your brush beforehand.
Yes. Wet my whistle.
Yeah,
You want me to put them anywhere? Or?
I'll just take them.
All right.
and
Merry
we'll-
Christmas.
Thank you so much. If we need them, I'll pass them down. So they're not on the camera.
There we go.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. So I'm just doing all of him, I guess.
Yeah. Most of him, he's just bone. He's just bones.
It's just bones.
So you want to talk about the encounters?
Yes. You guys, I love all of the different strategies that people, like all the different teams did. 'Cause it was really fun to run on the DM side. Because a lot of people used a lot of like really unique and interesting monsters and creatures and stat blocks for everything, which was, you know, really fun and cool to see. Just gonna say it, the DMG rules for encounter building are pretty garbage.
Oh, so restrictive.
They're really restrictive, and they're not, well, to be fair,
To be
TAC is an interesting and unique style.
Oh
game.
yeah.
The
Different
power
monster.
creep. Well, the power creep alone makes balancing encounters difficult, right? Because I
Yes.
think each character is an awful lot stronger than what their what the Dungeon Master's Guide would
expect it to be.
Right, because you know the amount of magic items you have and
Yeah, and
feats and everything.
we have definitely a different aspect of.
It's a very high magic campaign.
Yep.
So that makes the CR thing interesting right off the get-go. But you know what they consider, the DMG considers 8 encounters per day, like in one adventuring day.
I don't know anybody who even runs that many in a real campaign.
Right. So
I know a certain hex crawl that we were just doing.
That made more sense
started to
though.
feel like it.
right. And I think it makes more sense at higher levels of play,
Yeah.
where you've got a lot more resources to expend.
Yep.
But like, God, imagine being a level 1 character and doing 8 encounters in a day.
I feel like I would just be running out of one, as the DM. I would run out of encounters,
Right.
and 2, I would run out of
Players.
because the players would just run out of resources
Yeah.
getting through the encounters. Like, I don't know, like somebody just dropped a 7th level spell to get out of an encounter.
But yeah, no. So it was really cool. You guys definitely did your homework. I like that we had stat blocks from like a lot of different source books.
There were a lot of
because
different.
that was really like a lot of the Ravenloft stuff. There was stuff from Tasha's. I think you did the.
I did the Frostworm from
Yep.
Wildmount.
That was all really cool, and a lot of like complementary abilities too, because that's different monsters with all the different abilities that like have synergy together.
Yep.
Makes for some really when I'm designing an encounter for like a normal TAC mission, there's usually like a context to why those monsters are there.
Yeah, there's a
Although
reason.
With the Graysbane stuff, I'm trying to break the mold a little bit there.
Yeah,
But,
you are.
Like usually you have monsters that would logically be seen together fighting side by side. And in this case, that was not a restriction. So you have like an Oblex fighting with Minix, fighting with, everything, which makes it really cool.
And then meanwhile, you also have like the teams shows their battlegrounds too.
That was
So
cool
it was
for the
that
second
weird
round.
clash of like what people created to try to throw at the teams versus what the team said, like, okay, this is our home field advantage.
Right.
Like that
Like-
was a really neat second round.
I think that came into play a lot with my team in the second round, where like, okay, the map we need has to have corners and places for our rogue to break line of sight, and ways to use the terrain to our advantage, which is how I play. I think Chatta does very well with that, so we had that in mind.
Which is really cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Just highlights how much a different monster on a different map can perform totally differently.
Yep.
So very, very cool stuff. I will say I really, really enjoyed running Strahd. That was pretty cool. I've actually never done a deep dive of that stat block, and just like honestly, it was interesting because I was a little underwhelmed by his spell selection. I was like, like he's supposed to be this big deadly vampire, and in the campaign, I'm sure he is because he has a lot more resources. But I was
you also have to change him up in the campaign too.
Right.
That's the thing.
So I was like, ooh, okay, interesting.
Because that's like his day-to-day prep.
Right. I mean, he's got other options.
Oh yeah, he's assumed to have every option in the book.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Well, he's assumed to be very powerful in
Right.
his respective purview, right? Like,
makes sense. I am just globbing this paint on here.
that's okay. You're doing good.
We're doing all right. Multitasking.
Yeah, you are, and you got to start somewhere.
No, but I think Strahd might have been my personal favorite, and just like the horde tactics there, with all the animated objects and the wolves and the
You had
bats,
so many things on that field.
So I will say when we were looking at the Strahd block, I did not fully read the Strahd block. I saw that he started with a couple of minions. I did not then scroll slightly down and see that he summons more.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I was I was in the waiting room watching and was like, oh,
They just
Oh,
keep on
no.
coming.
That's kind of the idea. That's the
Right.
that's the vibe he's supposed to give off. Is this overwhelming dread of they're never gonna stop.
Another big shout out monster, I think. The that priest of Ozius from Ravenloft
Yep.
didn't get to really shine as much as it could have, just because of the AAA, and then all the dragons, obviously. But
oh yeah.
that
Oh,
that
all
was
the dragons.
such a cool stat block with all the soul tattoos and everything. That was
Mhm.
really cool. I think Sanryu found that one.
Ooh, that makes sense.
That was
Was that the one where after it hits 0 HP you roll
It
D6?
changed.
Yeah, it keeps
Yeah.
It fucking changed.
it like keeps getting lives and different abilities, and unfortunately it rolled, it only got 1 second life, but you have to, in a perfect world you'd have to kill that thing 6 times before it actually dies.
Yeah, that's insane.
Which is
Keely,
wild.
can you pass me top right corner is a paint called linen white? Yep, that's the
You
one.
want me to shake it up for you? Or you good?
I use this one a lot.
Oh, okay. So that one's like,
Gets shaken up like every few days.
all right.
So you guys both participated, you guys both fought
Yeah.
things. What
Last I
were
checked.
your favorite encounters or favorite monsters to pick?
I mean, I really only picked the Frostworm. Chada kind of carried us in that first fight, but I think she did really well for somebody who hasn't done any DMing.
True. Absolutely.
Fair enough. I'm trying to remember back because
I know it's been a month.
yeah,
This month has flown by. Oh my god.
God,
it has. One of the oh no, we did it to meta.
Sorry, bud. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Paint along.
Shout out to Meta for getting into one of the more.
My dad's calling. He doesn't usually
in-depth.
call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, but as far as encounters go and everything, I don't know. I love the chaos behind that first night because I don't think any of us expected it to just be Dragon Bargain Bin.
Yeah, that was a night of just accidental all dragons.
Yeah, I remember Luke messaging Luke and being like, "Do you really think we're gonna be able to get through all the encounters tonight? We did this last year, and we thought, oh, we'll be able to get through every single."
And he's like, "No, we'll be fine."
Yeah, and I was like, "All right, you're the DM. I'll hear you out on this." And sure enough,
Oh yeah, we got through them all.
whether we liked it or not,
I think we liked it.
I think we all had a lot of fun with it for sure.
Yeah, no,
It definitely did hit a point where it was like, ooh, what are these monsters that the other players have? And okay, I can't wait to try to fight them. And
Oh, yeah.
it's just and then you get Tiamat. I'm like, oh, okay.
I think the big thing is that we were definitely taking into consideration of the fact that, I mean, I don't think we actually took into consideration the generosity of the people that were watching it stream. Also, hi KC.
Oh, what up, buddy? Oh, we gotta get him a pizza still, don't we?
Oh yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
I want to make sure he gets it on stream, so we have to coordinate it a little bit. So when he actually can eat a pizza.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought that we were gonna get it for him when we did the live event.
Just because we got pizza doesn't mean we're going to get him a pizza.
Oh, fair enough.
Because we were at a pizza place, I don't think anybody had pizza. No, people did have pizza.
Luke had a pizza, but it was just folded and wrapped in on itself over and over again.
Only twice.
Okay.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Was being lovely.
Oh, sweet of him.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. Dada DM.
Daddy DM.
Daddy DM.
Dungeon Daddy.
Whatever you want to call him, bud.
It would have been Dungeon Granddaddy.
I don't know.
Protect-
Grand Dungeon Daddy.
Grand. All right. Okay. I feel like I want to get in my little crevices.
So yeah, just so dab your brush in a little bit of water, kind of water down your paint, because you want to do frequent brush rinses because you don't want to have the talking to the paint guy.
Isn't this interesting?
Yeah, this is a weird sensation.
Listen, just because I make paint
Doesn't mean you use paint. I know the situation. We've discussed this.
But
Where were we before? I got
Oh,
that
Casey
comment?
joined us.
Hi, Casey.
What up, Boo?
Boo Thang, Boo Jangles
Yeah, shout out to Casey
for flying into
out
us.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And the freaking costume, oh my god, so freaking funny.
Yeah, so what was the story on the costume? Because I don't think everyone got to hear about
The
how
costume,
that came to be.
because Diego Darkforge is a war wizard,
He's
and
a bona fide badass.
he decided to make him
Bona fide, get it?
look like he went through Desert Storm.
Oh my god.
And I think the real story behind it is that's the design that happened because of Toho's ability to design
Minis.
and the fact that Tactical Breach Wizard came out on Steam, and the original design looked somewhat like a character from Tactical Breach Wizard,
So funny.
and that's just what it came out to be.
Well, that's pretty awesome. So how much of that costume did he pack with him?
None. Everything that he had, he purchased. I don't know about the bullets because I didn't see him buy the bullets, but everything that or the beard for that matter.
Yeah, because I think
He might have taken 2 separate shopping trips if we're being honest.
Okay, because I think he had told me that after you had picked him up, you guys went to a surplus store.
Yeah, so while I got my hair cut. So I don't know if there was a second shopping trip. Everything I bought. Spirit
Halloween, beautiful.
That's right, just in time.
Shout out to Spirit Halloween. And Casey is well known for doing costumes.
That's true,
for
because
his
he dresses up
character.
as Leon.
He does a Leon. He has a Leon costume too.
Mhm.
All right, I think I'm ready for step 2.
Ooh. Got a good
Well-
logo on there.
What, should I do more?
Your step 2's got to be you're gonna paint your bow. You got little details to put on. Oh, it wants you to do the bones first. That's wild. Okay,
Oh,
so
all
step
the
2
bones.
would be a wash. And now it tells you how to mix up your own wash here, but I'm going to make it easy for you. Can you
Okay.
get him some Nuln oil?
Nola oil?
Nuln oil. It's in the second rack.
Second rack on this big thing?
Nope, second rack is in somewhere in there is the Nuln oil.
You're
It's
going to have to bear with me.
it's black if it helps.
Oh, all right. Well,
That's not it.
No.
It's a short container. It's black in nature. I maybe actually don't even have it in there now that I think
Okay.
about it because I use that a lot. Yep, it's over here.
What I'm doing. Why are you lying?
So this is commercially available wash.
Okay.
You give that a few minutes to dry and let it do its
Yeah.
thing.
That's cool, that's cool.
You can talk for a little
Yeah.
bit.
So next up I have on my list, and this is the most important, and I definitely want to go through this, is we got a
Good.
lot of big, important thank yous to give out here.
Oh, yeah.
Can I get the same blue you're using?
This one?
Yep.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, I think what I want to do here is Tiltify is really, really, really amazing.
Yes.
And
Yeah, that's made-
must say, the Tiltify has made this whole thing 10 times
super
easier.
smooth from last
Yes.
year.
So good. By the way, current total standing at $4,622.
Jesus.
Amazing.
And we still have a couple things to add to that.
Right. So another thing just to note, we're gonna keep the donation link up until, what did we say, next Thursday?
Next Thursday.
Just for any last minute trickles in. I know paychecks usually hit around the end of the month and stuff. So, you know, if you want to get any last minute donations, and
So we'll have an official
Yeah,
final total on Friday.
let me see. What was I doing? Full leaderboard here. I want to go through this and thank every individual donor here, because this is phenomenal, and everybody, like, we can't express enough gratitude for how much support this has got.
He's going to be reading for a minute, so
Yeah. I'm gonna go through in no particular order here. First and foremost, Kyle Pele's and his family. Wow,
Yeah.
that was amazing. Huge special thank you shout out to them.
they're our top donors.
They
huh?
are the top donors. Thank you to Pangy Rage. Thank you to Mr. WeeWoo and Mr. Melvin. Thank you to my mom.
Thanks,
Mama
Mom.
Mama DM.
DM. Shock at Xavier's Jerry. Candies. Awesome.
Can you
Um,
paper towel?
Dark Fairy Magic is awesome. Mr. Melvin's awesome.
He's all right.
Kellifer, yeah, he's okay.
Yeah, well, I'm not complaining.
Kellifer is awesome. Siobhan's really cool. Thank you so much. Thank you to Jay Milio. Thank you to Tracy. Thank you to Wendy. Thank you to Mike. Thank you to Aaronus. Thank you to Casey.
You all know who you are.
Yes.
I definitely pointed the wrong way.
Thank you to Chatta. Thank you to Metaquil. Thank you to Paula and Brian. I'm sure Amanda's parents donated.
Oh.
Thank you to Matt. Thank you to Evan Brown. Thank you to John Pepper. Thank you to Rabbit Nikki. Thank you to Ellie. Thank you to Al Maza. Thank you to Tucker Darren. Thank you to George. Thank you to Nicole Magdalensky. And again, I'm sorry if I'm butchering names. Thank you to Ron Hammond. Thank you to Sarah Bickley. Thank you to Dingus. Thank you to Lord Willimus Melimus.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. As you're reading these, I was like, I wish like people put in weird. Like, I wish I knew you were doing this. I would have put in.
There
like,
are definitely
50
some
different
people-
weird
Yeah, right.
names.
So
guess who I
so
am.
here's the thing now. I realized that Tiltify takes your the last name you put in
Yes.
Okay.
because I turned to Tea Leaf Apparel
Mm-hmm.
when I put in the
see.
Tea Leaf
Mhm.
donations.
Thank you to Gina Zaglio. Thank you to Corey G. Big thank you to Collins Aerospace and the PV Riders.
Oh,
For
God, yep.
matching donations as well. That was really, really awesome. Thank you to Nick. Thank you to Mikey. And thank you to all of our anonymous donators because that was a big chunk of money as well. Thank you to everybody who...
Anonymous is so rich.
I know, right? Got more special shout-out thank yous. I'd like to thank Veronique from SameYou for being our point of contact.
Woo!
Oh
And,
yeah.
We wouldn't be doing it without SameYou.
Yeah,
So
honestly, thank you for all the support there, blasting us out on the socials, getting us set up with the Tiltify and everything, and just kind of being.
Vera's been awesome to
She's
work
been
with this whole time.
super, super awesome.
Yeah.
Just hyping us up too. Like it's been,
Yeah.
it's been great.
Yeah, we we talk about it all the time. Every time
Yeah.
one of those emails came through, like not to show the hand too much, but
Yeah.
like we would come through and you and I, if we read it first, we would message the other, be like,
Yeah.
"Did you see? Did you see?"
New email just dropped. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, like, and with the time zone, it was funny because we're usually getting these emails at like midnight, 1 a.m.
Yeah.
She's based out in New Zealand.
Mm.
So we'd wake up and like first thing in the morning be like, oh my God, it's so hyped. It's been truly, truly awesome. So definitely big shout out to SameYou and especially to Vero. I'd like to shout out Tim and all of Urban Food Brewed for supporting our live event there.
Yeah.
Tim and Andrea.
And Andrea, yes. Thank you. That was really, really cool.
That was something I didn't think was gonna.
I was so nervous. I don't know. That was such a weird, nerve-wracking sensation for me.
I'm glad
That
you
was-
took over for me because I felt better like 20 minutes into the stream.
Yeah, that was everything. Like that went so smoothly. Like I know there was like a little bit of like a logistical like.
I think
mix-up.
that was just not understanding what we were gonna have to do.
Yeah, but that was so much fun to run.
It was so much fun to just do. Yeah.
Delicious snacks, delicious cocktails. Oh, my
yeah,
God.
the fact that they blessed us up with those little snacks
Yeah.
throughout the whole thing, and like, we're kind enough to keep the place open after hours for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
The only thing that if we do better is just coordinating that we're not during the Big E because I think that's what hurt us.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
Big E's
Biggie's-
big, but
It's in the name.
it's big.
Yeah.
It's E. Speaking of the live event, special shout out and thank you to Mr. WeeWoo and Mr. Shockett for handling all the technical side of that because I know that was not easy,
Huh.
and especially with the time constraints, you guys did amazing.
It was certainly an ordeal,
Yeah,
but we made it
You
through.
guys made. I've heard from several different sources that was the best we have looked and sounded on stream
Oh
ever.
my god.
Yeah.
Which is
watched-
why tonight we are using the same microphones.
Yeah.
And some of us are switching to these
Oh
microphones.
snap! Can't wait for the next live event. Buckle up and coming over. Let's
Hell
go.
yeah.
Who's that?
Candy.
Candy.
Oh.
That'd be hype.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be hype.
I don't know if we would want or we'd be able to do it again at Monsoon, but that was.
I mean, we could probably hit up. There's a lot of other local places that come to mind.
I mean,
too,
I just
so.
like the fact that the table is like a refurbished.
That was
bowling alley.
such a nice. I mean, that was kind of the original inspiration. It's like
That was the
such
actual
a nice
inspiration.
table. We have to play D&D at this table. Like it was so.
Isn't that what Tim was saying too? He was like, I wish someone would play here. Or something.
Yeah.
That was kind of what it had actually come about as. It was like kind of offhand it was said. And I was like, I'm going to take you up on that offer.
Yeah.
I'll do you one better. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's make it happen.
Other special shout outs. gotta say special shout out to Dark Fairy Magic and the whole crew that planned all the Marigold merch
Oh yeah.
behind my back without me knowing. That was really, really cool and
It's
special.
surprisingly easy to plan behind your back, but
I'm clueless. But eight passive perception, by the way.
yeah. Oh no,
no.
trust me, I know. Thankfully,
He's
he's really easy to get Christmas gifts for.
That's true. Yeah, that was a total surprise. I had no idea.
Oh yeah, he had no clue.
They invited me into the group chat and it was like pages and pages and pages of
It
planning
was
discussion.
The mods of the channel.
Yeah.
Amanda.
Kyle, Per.
Well, he's a mod in the channel.
Yeah.
Per was
No,
in
no,
there
we can put
initially.
Kyle in his own category. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. You're right. I'm sorry.
He's built diff.
He is built
He is
different.
built different.
So Per came in for some technical point because there was a bunch of guys in chat going, I don't know what we should do.
Mm-hmm.
And Per helped out, and then we got the design in there. You know, the person actually doing the design in the group chat, which was really helpful.
Yeah. So that was really, really cool. And that, we sold a lot of the stickers.
Calendars
the mugs,
beat the shirts.
The calendars, the shirts, yeah.
Guys,
The
we're gonna keep the
calendars.
shirts up all year round, and we're gonna run it through to next year.
Okay.
So all year round, those Marigold shirts are gonna be available. So
Yeah, they are super, super high quality, cozy, everything too. So,
Mm.
And they got the stickers and I love the coffee mugs because with the red background and the white stripes on the handle, it's like a little Christmas candy cane kind of thing.
oh, that is
It's
a
like
good
a
point.
little bit of like warm hot chocolate in there would be like so cozy.
That does
and
work.
awesome. But yeah, definitely big shout out to everyone who helped out with that. I have big shout out for Mr. Melvin Keeley if you're handling all the social media stuff here.
Thank God.
Because there's a lot going on and a lot to keep track of and a lot of scheduling and hype stuff to go. And I mean, with the Twitter, with the Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah.
all that, you absolutely knocked it out of the park there.
I appreciate that. I
Oh
know
yeah,
that
you
I,
did. You always do,
I'm
but
still working hard on making the Twitter more engaged.
that's
like
fair.
from time to time, I'll just sit down on the couch and try to like network it a little bit. But
Good.
you're
doing it, buddy.
Yeah.
You're doing
And,
it,
But
and
Peter.
then again,
but
this
you
is all a passion of hobby, right? We're all
Yeah.
full-time jobs.
Nobody's making
right?
money off of this.
Yeah, this is all just for fun. So the fact that you can have a balance where you're finding the free time to do that is
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
really cool.
And it's
Well-
a tough job being the guy who has to be on the socials.
Yeah.
I will say the one thing that I'm learning the most about is when someone messages you and goes, "Hey man, great content, awesome content, love the content," and that's the first message.
Oh,
Because
that's a
9 times
build
out of
up.
10,
It's about
that's them going, by the way, hey, like let me make art for you, or I'm
Right.
a bot. So that's been kind of weird because there are some people that come through and I see the profile, I'm like, oh, maybe they are just like wanting to say like, hey man, I caught that and I thought that was nice.
Man, remember that time we almost lost Kadoria Clash?
What happened?
I'm just saying you're too nice.
Oh, sorry.
um,
Yeah, that's right. I did not complete the killing blow there,
Mhm.
but I learned.
is this my wash here?
That is no oil. It is
Okay,
a
what do I
black
do?
wash.
What do I do with it?
You sop it onto your. So what it is a very liquefied paint.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a brush.
Yep.
You can take one of these because it'll be easier.
Okay.
And you just dip a little on it and you just sop it all over where you want it to go, and it'll dry in the recesses of your miniature.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna brush and talk here.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I see what that's doing. It's like a little texture kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
gonna help darken those recesses,
Oh
A
yeah, it's
little
making like
easier.
all the black pop.
and it's gonna on the skeleton. It'll
Yeah.
look really good because it'll get into like the ribs and everything.
That's so cool. Wow.
I'm tempted to grab a little bit of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's what
'Cause
you're.
This wizard's got some robes behind her.
Mhm.
But yes, again, not to stop talking about the thank yous because we can't say thank you enough here.
Yeah.
Um,
No, we cannot.
If we're forgetting anybody, I apologize, but this was a huge community effort, and everyone who's been involved deserves all of the praise, all of the thank yous, because again, we absolutely killed it. It was a blast. It was a huge success. So again, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And
What-
again, I just want to say special shout out specifically. I have one more here to Kyle because I think Kyle was absolute MVP here with the calendar stuff, with all his connections at PV Riders and Collins Aerospace, and
Getting a lot of connections
Yeah,
into it was
that
super
was
helpful.
super
Gave
super
us our
helpful.
last big push.
Yeah. So again, special shout out to Kyle because that was freaking rad, dude.
The calendars will be staying up on the store until 2025
Naturally,
because they're the 2025 calendar.
yes, those came out so good. They're so beautiful.
They're so goofy. It's fine.
yeah.
That was some of the most fun I've had doing a project like that. just running around in the woods behind your house and being like, okay, where can we get a good shot of this? Where can we get a good shot
Yeah,
of that?
that was goofy.
And then like getting to do it again, like I think it was a day later.
Yeah.
We just all went over to Kyle's and started going around his neighborhood being like, okay, this could be a good shot. This will be good. He had so many planned out too.
There's like 1,700 shots, right?
Oh, there's a ridiculous.
So the calendar was curated. There is going to be, I don't know how much I can say.
There's going to be a Dropbox folder of other stuff.
Yeah, and it's not worth putting in a calendar, but it's worth having.
It's worth it for the goofs and the guffaws.
Yeah.
Pengy was also, I see her chipping in too. She was very fun to work with on that as well. It was really cool, like seeing her and Jerry both like kind of working the cameras and everything.
Work it, baby.
Yeah. Who wants to do some prints for sure?
God.
I would get a glossy 8x11.
Really quick. I'm gonna pee real quick.
Wait, everybody, say it.
Go piss, Luke.
Go piss, Luke.
Go piss, Luke.
Say the line, Bart.
Say the line.
Say the line, Bart.
Where is it?
Oh yeah, that'll come out nice. He's doing good there.
So what does this stuff do again? It just helps. Like,
So what
pop
it is
everything out?
it's a very watered down paint. So when you're done paint, like when you get to the point where you want to do some shading, you wash it with the wash,
okay.
and it will dry in the recesses.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
The color
actually,
will show up in the recesses more than it will in the
like on the base layers.
on the base layers. Yeah,
So like in between these robes here, like she's got this really nice fold right
it'll
there.
darken up in there. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I can kind of see a little bit of that there. Oh man, I like that. That's dope.
Yeah, and I have different color washes too. So if it's something like that has really light tones and you don't want to just wash it in black, you can do a like a brown or a green.
Okay. Also, quick shout out to Pengy. I stole. She gave me some of her minis to paint for tonight.
Woo!
Yeah.
And if you feel like you've gotten as far as you can on one and you just need it to dry, I can supply you with another painting handle.
Okay.
I have dozens.
Our minis. Oh.
Our minis.
Now she says it, but when I say our cats, it's a different story.
Because they're her cats.
I'm working on it.
Maybe, Candy, maybe. We'll let you know. We'll let you know.
Throne emote. Oh yeah. Oh, Candy's been a lot of fun during this whole.
Well,
too.
Candy's always been a lot of
Candy's
fun, but
yeah,
during the event,
Yeah. But
during
like,
the event's been super supportive. I don't think there was a night like she's here now. She was there during the live event. Super supportive. A bunch
Hell
of people
yeah.
have been. So
but also just like coming into the Discord and like throwing out all these little creative blips here and there. Like I know she made oh god, what was it? It was something with the mimics.
Oh, all the bits of art. Yeah.
Yeah.
what?
The doors.
Oh,
Yeah, the doors with like the best bro here, like save your bestie.
Oh,
like,
okay,
welcome- yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Super.
That was really cute.
Mm-hmm. Let this dry a little bit, I think.
Yeah, no, that's what you want to do after
Okay.
the wash.
That got so good.
Also thinking on oh no, I just smudged blue all over her face.
Jeez.
Oh jeez.
Well, you're gonna paint over it eventually.
Yeah, that's true. Thinking on like some moments for me that were like super fun during this.
Yeah.
During the second like Build a Boss event
Mm-hmm.
where we're fighting in the was it that cliffside by the Princess Bride?
Yeah.
That was so much fun. But then
That's
like,
what that was.
yeah. So I think Onka might have used that before for something, but I can't remember. Also, Candy, don't make me blush. I'm trying to we're running a show. Whatchamacallit? And, like as I was like Gordy was moving through one of the archways, you were like, as you do that, mimic. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
So yeah, the little like goofiness with the mimics was
Mhm.
definitely fun to see. And you know, Pengy like kind of told me a little bit about Andrew and Vorden's mimics, how
Mhm.
they were going to be set up like that, where it was like one is riches, one is friendship. Which
Yeah.
one will like
And
they
it's
choose?
unfortunately with the limitations of the media, it's like hard to portray that on 2 dimensions. But like
Yeah.
I think it came out really, really cute and really fun. And that
Yeah.
was
That makes sense now.
Yeah,
You have to remember, we never got to our mimics.
that's true.
Yeah.
They just sat there.
It's true. Too many dragons. Never enough dragons. Let's be real. But yeah, no, I think again, thank you to everybody who's been part of this, everyone who donated,
So amazing.
everyone who had any piece of making this all happen, because it's been an effort, and it's been a crazy month,
It's been something.
and it's been a wild
I get like a
success.
dark green. Bottom left corner is probably your best bet.
What are we looking at here? Like
Or
some,
down bottom row.
Here?
Yeah, left, one of those.
I'll give you both of them. You let me know what you feel.
There you go.
So the next thing I have, and I'm gonna talk for a bit.
All right.
While I let this dry.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I'm not here to paint minis. I suck at painting.
But you're learning.
I'm learning a lot.
I'm going to tell you
that
already,
skeleton's looking
the skeleton
so nice.
already looks okay.
Here, can we have a
Yeah.
little-
Hold on.
Yeah, look at
Do a makeup bar. Yeah.
No, it's looking pretty good. I don't know how well that's come. We are way off. Go a little this way.
I can't see.
You know what? They'll figure it
They'll
out.
figure it
You
out.
tried your best, Luke.
Tell you
There
what,
it
I'm gonna also I'll take pictures of these by the end,
is.
and we'll do like a fun little guessing game of can you see who
Yeah.
painted what?
Yeah.
Number 3 will shock you.
Number 3.
So the next talking point I have is, we raised all this money. What is it actually going towards? What is it actually doing? I want to talk a little about. There's two facets to this. One is more important than the other. But I want to talk about what SameYou actually does with the money that they get, and then all of our long-term stretch goals too, and just highlight some of the things that, the goofy goals that we raised. So talking a bit about what SameYou actually does with funds that are generated for them. We've talked a little bit about this. We had that amazing video from Jenny Clark talking a little bit about what they do.
Which just wild. To
I know, that was
get and
goosebumps.
be able to work with that.
Mm-hmm.
So SameYou's big claim to fame is sort of multifaceted. There's treatment, therapy, and awareness all surrounding traumatic brain injuries, specifically strokes, aneurysms, concussions, things of that nature. Because a lot of what this is about is, yes, you have a stroke, you go to the hospital, you go to the ER, you have a life-saving operation, and God bless the doctors and surgeons who save lives and do that.
Oh yeah.
But after the fact, there's a lot of lingering sort of hidden disabilities that come along with this. And unfortunately, these are widely misunderstood, underrepresented, and kind of difficult to treat. Because, first and foremost, every single person's experience is different. The effects that these have on your life, weeks, months, years after the actual injury, it can be life-altering permanently. Amelia shared her story about, she actually had ended up having 2 aneurysms and sort of the hidden disabilities that linger for years after the fact. And, specifically for her, she was worried about being able to continue her career as an actress.
Yeah.
Not to mention that was like midway through filming a season.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So she goes through all of that and then, is able to get back into it and hit the ground running. But she definitely saw the impact that it had while she was hospitalized. It does hit hard.
Absolutely. So number one, just awareness that, hey, there are people that have these, we'll call them invisible disabilities, that they're burdens, they're things that people are carrying. And so just to be aware of the fact that this is a reality and to try to educate yourself as much as possible. The other thing they do is a lot of group therapies, support groups, online resources, classes to support people going through these things. SameYou has, if you go to their website, one of the wildest and most, I think poignant is probably the word I'm going for. It's heartwarming, but it's also chilling. It's also very sobering, is when you read all the testimonials of people that have survived traumatic brain injuries, what they've gone through and their experiences, and then to see how SameYou has helped them through is really, really, really powerful stuff. I definitely encourage people to go through and read some of the testimonials on the website. Again, it's wild how much you don't think about these things until they're affecting you.
Yeah.
And then the third aspect of this is awareness, just about how frequently these things happen. the statistic that we were given is 1 in 3 people are going to suffer some sort of traumatic brain injury at some point in their lives, and 1 in 5 is probably going to be impacted, whether it's a loved one, a relative, a friend, in some way. This really affects almost everyone.
Yeah.
And so the more we can help to raise awareness and therapy and support for these people, it's really, really powerful stuff. The human brain is arguably the most complicated thing in the known universe. And so as amazing as modern medicine is, there's still a lot we do not know about how the brain works, why these sort of things happen, are they preventable? And so a good chunk of the money also goes towards research and development of modern medicine and understanding blood circulation through the brain, how, neurotransmitters happen and all that. I'm not going to try to get into the science of it, but it's a very multifaceted approach. And one thing that kind of surprised me about SameYou is once we got to working with them more closely, they're a relatively small organization.
Yeah.
They said maybe 12 employees. I think
it definitely. I don't know. Like if we look at our numbers as far as like what we consider as our staff with like running the Discord, doing socials, merch, money management, all that stuff, running games, it almost becomes similar. Like
right.
we are like we're very grassroots, very like small time.
Yeah.
And SameYou is also a very like not close knit, but a small knit organization,
which is incredible to hear about. And so the rest is all volunteer work, which is amazing. I think that speaks volumes about how important this stuff is and how amazing this organization is that they can accomplish so much through volunteer work, which is really, really, really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trying to catch up on chat here.
Yeah.
We need to hire you, Luke. We need to hire you, Luke. Big thing really is how do you narrow the current gap in terms of recovery when people go home and also cover the mental health component of recovery journey? Honestly, so many survivors relate to stories, as you said, all different, so many crossovers too. Yeah, it's absolutely. I mean, you absolutely nailed it. It's a really, really, important issue. It's a widespread issue, and all of this different money goes towards helping in any way that we can, which is really, really, really cool.
Yeah, that is. It's one really good cause to get behind.
Absolutely.
And I'm so glad we found it as one we could get behind.
And to kind of bring it home here and get a little
absolutely.
sad for a minute. Obviously, those of you guys who know me, we choose this charity foundation for a reason. My late wife Emma had a brain aneurysm, subarachnoid hemorrhage. Actually, when we were reading through Amelia's story live on stream, I think it was during the second night, to just see that word, subarachnoid hemorrhage, written on her death certificate, that Amelia had happened to her and Emma had happened to her. It was like, ooh, chills. That was like a really powerful moment for me personally. But, I like to think, had she survived, what would the struggle have been like? Spreading awareness. I mean, Emma had really, really, really bad migraines for years. She was a high school sweetheart, right? I knew her since 3rd grade.
Yeah.
And growing up and being friends with her and to dating her and to getting married, she'd have these like debilitating migraines. And for lack of a better word, our ignorance was, okay, here's a glass of water and some aspirin and just, nap it off or whatever. But like, those are telling signs of like, hey, listen to your body. There's potentially something wrong here, And she was such a trooper that she just kind of powered through it and didn't like to complain and just tried to, do her best. But who knows, if we had been more aware, maybe things could have ended up different. And so I think the part that hits home for me specifically is the awareness here, because the more we understand and the more we know and the more we talk about these things, it can potentially save lives and make a really big difference.
Absolutely.
So it's important stuff. It's really, really, really important stuff.
You do okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to think of where I was going with it.
Awareness and
it's all really, really, really big, important stuff. So, I mean, yes. And, also part of the reason we choose SameYou too is we're kind of a bunch of nerds, right? I mean, you talk Amelia Clark, you talk Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
There's connection there too, right? Like claim the throne for the throne. It's all about
Yeah,
that sort of, you know.
Yeah.
We talk hours about the cultural impact and significance of Game of Thrones,
Mhm.
getting people into sort of the fantasy nerdy genre. Right?
Absolutely.
Like, it's an important facet of nerd culture, and so, you know, Amelia being tied to that, and obviously being a founder of SameYou kind of ties the Dungeons and Dragons side of things to the cause as well. So,
It's true.
It's true. That's another really cool part of this too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just to ham it up a little bit for Amelia because it's really cool. Okay. Let's talk a bit about what we're gonna do as part of our stretch goals. Because
What are we gonna do?
what are we
Oh,
gonna
God.
do? 'Cause
So-
there's a lot of lighthearted, goofy stuff. Just to kind
There's a
of,
lot of lighthearted
So
goofy stuff.
let's take it from the bottom up at least.
Well, we're gonna time a stream for Casey to be delivered a pizza on stream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That was
That'll
$100.
happen.
That was a given, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna buy Casey a pizza.
yeah, because that was just something to.
Thank you for sharing that link.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Just something goofy and fun to put in there. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get like a silver, buddy.
Oh man.
Top row,
Top row.
Like
we
a
want
light?
or
light.
I like that.
Mix that one up.
All right. So building Casey a pizza.
We could build him a pizza.
We could.
That would
I've seen the man eat octopus, so I know he does. He has a good
Build-
range of food that he can eat.
okay. All right. Because I've found a TikTok account recently that is just things that are worse than pineapple that go on.
Banana for one.
Banana for one. Strawberries was
I could see that being okay.
a
That's
surprising one.
Strawberries on pizza.
But
Well,
it's
okay, so
not
think-
far from tomato.
Right, and think of it as like they're not doing like the tomato red sauce. This guy will do like what is it? Like a vinaigrette instead of like a sauce.
Interesting.
Interesting. And then use some form of like cheese or cheese substitute to kind of like give it that bind.
I mean, I can see cheese being fine with strawberries.
Yeah, I mean, you got charcuterie boards. They're always like good.
Yeah.
I've had grasshoppers, cockroaches, octopus, and living stuff for fun. No fear.
Point taken. We're
Okay.
ordering them whatever the hell we can find.
Casey, you're going to have to DM me about the living stuff thing because that's concerning but also curious. Okay, so step one, buy Casey a pizza.
Yes.
Yep, that's
Bam.
easy.
Step two was
The tea leaf points for everybody,
Yeah.
which is another easy one.
So I want to talk about that a little bit because tea leaf points are obviously a made-up currency that costs us nothing.
Yep.
That we've been part of the game since the original conception.
But we've proven has a value to our
Right.
players.
It has a value to our players. Last year, Kadoria Clash, I think I ended up giving out like 6 or 7 tea leaf points.
There
to
were a lot.
everybody. And you know, I think it's
You can't debase the currency all the time.
right. I can't. Tea leaf point inflation is a real issue here, people. You know. No, but I think a part of it feels to me
Like a cop out?
like a cop. Exactly. You took the words out of my mouth. I'm giving you something that costs us nothing. So
A one and done.
a one and done thing I think is appropriate. You know, and encourages participation and all that. But I didn't want to oversaturate the market of tea leaf points because we're backed up on backdoor missions as it is. We got 3.
yeah.
So
1 second. It might be a little because I yelled, but that's about it. Could continue.
no, but so again, I just wanted to touch base on that because you guys deserve all the love. I wish I could give out infinite tea leaf points, but
But it
yeah.
does break the economy and
Right.
it changes things a little in the game.
It really screws up the exchange rate between iron beads too. It's
Yeah.
pretty rough.
We have enough exchange rate problems and we don't need more.
Exactly.
But that was an easy one, and we just have to tell everybody to make sure that they take them.
Yep. Let's see. What was the next one? Oh God, I know the next one. The cosplay stream.
Mm.
So last year, as a stretch goal, I dressed up as Marigold, and actually Sarah helped do my makeup and get the wig and dress and everything all set up.
And you were lovely.
I was gorgeous.
You-
I felt bonita.
You
You
were
were
very
bonita.
bonita.
I
Sarah
felt-
Sarah did a good job with
Yes.
you.
Sarah did a great job.
She's amazing.
You must have been incredibly patient too, because some of the makeup that she had going
I
on
was-
for you was
So
like
I have this weird thing with eyes. I can't do mascara. I can't do eyeliner. I start crying like crazy. So
Oh,
You could never be a goth kid.
I could never be a goth kid.
You're not missing out on much.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun, and so I wanted to do something similar again. Are we locking in with the
I'm
TED
pretty sure
idea?
you're locked in
I'm
at
pretty
TED, sir.
sure TED is going to be a different ball game. That's more than just a dress
So
and makeup.
here's the thing: TED is going to be a different ball game, but I think TED is also going to be the 2026 calendar. Because if we're doing one, we're definitely going to do another.
Absolutely, I'd be down for that.
It's just because I'm a loud person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm picking up on somebody else's mic. That's
Gotcha.
all.
So yes, I TED will be a lot of fun to do. Guess I've got like the bar kits and everything. We can do some of the tea leaf merch and all that.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see, what was that? We got the 750 was Jay Milio's Disney one shot.
Yes.
Yep.
Which, gotta say, Jay Milio has been stepping up into the DM seat a little bit more frequently. She knocks it out of the park.
For what you guys don't realize, she's going to be DMing our home game once I'm done. So
True. But the Disney one shots are super cutesy, super fun. A lot of work goes into it. And so another Disney one shot is always welcome. So funny story about that. I remember in the first night we had a donation, because I think
we were trying to figure out who actually claimed
that old Waterfall 56.
one of the base, like, I don't have an account donation.
So did I ever tell you the story of what that was?
Yeah, it was Dark Fairy Magic's parents.
Yeah, that was Amanda's mom and dad donating. So
do they want to join?
Probably they respectfully declined. I did say it's up for them, but kind of bouncing the idea off of Jen, I was like, well, Jen said, well, does Amanda want to do something? And again, Amanda hasn't played D&D yet either, but Amanda really enjoys helping me come up with the concepts and ideas.
Well, yeah,
because the DM's girlfriend kind of gets insider trading knowledge kind of stuff all the time.
Which, if she's watching right now, thank you for that last couple of encounters and choosing some of those creatures at the home game.
Oh yeah, those were great.
Yeah,
it was like
we still managed to screw it up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was bad. It was like playing Dead Space on a torrential downpour island.
Yes.
You're welcome.
But I think Jen and Amanda are in cahoots now, planning the Disney one shot. And mild spoilers. Oh, there she is. Hi, Amanda. We're thinking Encanto as the theme.
Oh,
which like maybe like an all bards party.
Encanto.
Encanto.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's what he said.
I thought you said Kanto, like
not
the
Pokemon.
Pokemon region.
No.
I was
no.
like, that's not Disney.
We don't need to talk exactly. We don't need to talk about Bruno. So the two of those guys planning that is going to be.
Oh, that's amazing.
Super, super, super fun.
Sorry, I noticed Pengy's message up there, and I think that might also be a veritable idea for that cosplay as well.
I just said that
Oh,
though.
we talked about that.
I'm sorry, I'm getting so lost.
I think she just agreed with
I
me.
think the chat is a little bit delayed too.
No, not terribly.
Candy, if you can get Amanda to start playing beginner tier,
Did
you'll be better than me because I've been barking up
did
that
we
tree.
shout out Candy for another $100 donation?
Just now.
Just now?
It's on the stream.
Candy with the flip, dude.
Oh my god!
Love you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that only comes up after we start streaming. So.
Wow. Thank you.
Oh gosh dang.
Oh gosh dang it, Bobby.
Also, to add to Candy trying to bring Amanda into the fold, Candy started this year. Like I don't think she's played a D&D game up until Pengy kind of talked her into being like, hey, I'm gonna make a beginner tier character. Why don't you come in and make a little beginner tier character, and we could be like college besties. And it's Rosie and Nikki.
Yeah.
And I love their dynamic because it's just like that high energy, high octane, like, fuck the world, we got this.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a lot of fun.
No. One thing I see a lot of is, people who have never played D&D before. It's a little nerve-wracking, right? You're playing a game that you have no experience with. It's a complicated game, and you're playing on stream, right? So there's fears of feeling like an outsider or feels of like you're going to slow down the game or you don't know what you're doing. Honestly, I've been doing this for almost 5 years now. As long as you're there and willing to have a good time, we specialize in teaching people how to play D&D. Like, I love every single new player brings a new energy, brings a new dynamic, brings a new way to bounce off of people. It's so much fun, and I promise you, it's not as scary as it seems. Setting up the character sheet is
Probably the worst part of
that's the most complicated part of it. But once you're there, all you have to do is just say, "Hey, I want to try to do this," and I'll tell you where to click.
Yep.
And realistically, we can work through anything, and I can give you options. Like, no need to be scared. What I love after doing this for 5 years is kind of we talk about Nikki and Rosie. Characters will naturally form these like small little cliques or groups. And both of you guys have seen it, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Players tend to, it's a constant shuffle, but like there's a handful of characters that typically kind of group together just with scheduling and with the flow, and you level up together, and so the character connections become really cool.
Oh yeah, they're really apparent.
Yeah. So, honestly, like the welcoming nature of this community too, with anybody new, is really, really exciting. I think we do a good job of making a really, welcoming and fun and happy and encouraging atmosphere for anybody new. Because again, some of our players are random strangers from the internet, right?
Oh yeah.
We don't know these people, but they fit right in. They have a blast, and then they become one of the homies, and that's what this is all about.
You were from a weird corner of the internet.
I think when the first time I jumped into chat was when it was TGR still. It was like a couple months before it swapped over to TAC. And I remember just jumping in because I was watching Pengy on the stream. And I was just chatting with everyone.
Fucking simp.
And some people were just like, who is this dude? Who left the door open? How did he get in here? I was like, blame Pengy. She left the door open. I followed her and da-da-da. And
Pengy, quit leaving the door open. He keeps following you home.
well, now I got a key. So, but yeah, and like that was the other thing. As like that happened, and I started joining the Discord and everything, you made it really easy and accessible to just ask questions. Like I'd played maybe 3 or 4 times prior.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a 3.5 game, which is way different than like 5e. And you made it very easy to create a character alongside Luke. And then when it came to session 1, like you just immediately showed me the rule of cool when I was like, hey, I'm getting flung off the back of a dinosaur into a palm tree. How pliable is this tree, and would it bounce me back at a high enough speed?
Right. Yeah.
And it was just...
I remember that one vividly, the dinosaur Pokeball mission.
Yeah, it's like it just lives rent-free in my head.
It was a miracle
And
mission.
then, shout out to my boy Scars, who, we don't have to go over that.
Yo, he did.
But this one's for you, homie. Like Gordy and Scars literally did grow up together.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were same tier for the longest time, and then he got just a little ahead, and Gordy was like chugging to keep up. It was it was fun, and like we would like Casey and I would always shoot the shit in tavern chat and just like create bar fights and whatnot. Like that's one thing that I'm always
yeah.
It's one thing I'm always hopeful for. I'm always hoping someone comes up to Gordy and is like, "Do you want to go?
You want to fucking go, bro?"
When we just RP out a little bar fight, that's just, no ill will, just metal versus metal. See what can happen.
I love it.
Yeah.
But you're a monk. You don't use metal.
Yeah. Well, the double.
But you
team.
can hit people with scars now.
Oh, I can. Yeah, it's true. It's metal.
It's your quarterstaff now.
Yeah.
Feels different.
Aw. There's a lot of community, and I think that really just shows. And
We're a good group of humans. It's
like we were built on the idea of playing multiplayer games together, and Dungeons and Dragons just went hand in hand with the type of people we had, and it worked out.
Where were we? How did we get on this? We started talking about
Rewards.
Rewards. So we had that was Jay Milio's Disney one shot, and then we were talking about getting Amanda to play. The next stretch goal after that.
Before we get on to that,
yeah,
I'm very excited for Encanto theme. That was one of my favorite Disney
me
movies,
too.
and legitimately made me cry.
Doors.
Oh shit! Please tell me Borden is in this. Please, for the love of God.
Doors.
Let's talk about. We can talk about this one for a bit too. I believe $1,500 was the Call of Cthulhu spooky campaign. So this is exciting. I want to talk a little bit about this too because yes, we play a lot of D&D. It's our most commonly streamed thing, but there's other systems. There's other tabletop games that are just as important, just as fun. And so having someone step up to DM a game that it's breaking the mold a little bit, something we're not typically used to, different rule sets, different dice rolls, all of that. Call of Cthulhu is an amazing system where you either die or go insane. So
Yeah.
take it away. Take it away.
So
Yeah, this is your baby.
yeah, this was the stretch goal. There was part of me that was like, oh, 1,500, that's pretty high. Maybe
You fool.
maybe we don't get to it, and that's okay. Maybe I don't have to worry about it. Nope, not the case. So I'm going to show my hand to the players that are in the chat. Sam already knows. There's still a lot of building I got to do for this campaign, but part of what has been interesting me with the idea behind this is sort of like you said, how it's a different system. It's new mechanics, new materials to work with, where D&D is like that sort of fantasy run, like become this epic hero and great adventure,
Knights and dragons and princesses. And,
yeah. Call of Cthulhu is more down to earth in a weird way. It starts you off as you are. You are the human you've made, who you sort of grew to be. And one thing that's been really interesting is looking at like the character creation so far. So whereas in D&D you roll your stats and then you go, okay, I have a 17. I want to put that in my high stat. I have like a 10. I'm going to dump that in con. Always dump con. Don't ever not dump con. Con
True,
is
don't-
useless.
Don't let Luke tell you otherwise.
Whereas Call of Cthulhu, it's roll for this stat, roll for that stat. And
It's very
you
old
roll
school
at-
D&D in
it's
that regard.
Very old school. And then you kind of create your character off of that.
I see.
So already it's, it feels a little more restrictive. But it's figuring out how to work with that and overcome these insurmountable odds and horrors, which I really like Lovecraft to begin with. I can't say
The
that
themes.
I've read as much of Lovecraft as I
have
hope.
a giant anthology.
I have the
just got it in-
anthology too.
It is so good.
Do you have the Barnes & Noble one?
Yeah.
That's what I have.
Yeah, I got it
Okay.
as a Christmas gift from Emma's dad, and like I was like, oh, "Why did you give me like an English textbook for Christmas?" And I was like, "I'll humor you. I'll read it." And I was
I
like,
read Mansions of Madness through it, and I think that's as far as I
So
got.
So I got into
Mountains of
Lovecraft
Madness, sorry.
because of Nicolas Cage.
Mhm.
He was in the movie Color Out of Space, which was just weird and bizarre and just this anti-Euclidean horror.
Mhm.
And it just made me think about like all these different like dreamscape horror story scenarios. And I was like, oh, there's so much you can do with that. And then from there it just kind of cascaded into like playing Call of Cthulhu games off of Steam, kind of reading like different creepypasta mythos type things on the internet, and even just like seeing like little bits and pieces of media where it's like, oh, that's kind of neat. Like there's one show I'm watching right now, Orange is the New Black, where they are all in prison, and there's kind
It
of
seems like a weird connection, but continue.
there's kind of a cult developing where the cult leader is a mute. And it's like on the surface it's like, okay, weird. But then as I thought about it, I'm like, okay, very weird. I
But
might have to put that into this campaign. So to talk about the campaign itself for a little bit, Miss Chata Leanne, not Lean, as I've learned,
Chatterleen. Lean back.
did unlock the Call of Cthulhu campaign. So following Jay Mill's footsteps, I reached out to her and said, hey, pick your crew and tell me who you would like to be a part of it. And she was so quick with the gun and immediately picked the girl squad of Pengy, Candy, Rabbit, and J Mill.
Sedition.
Good luck.
Yes.
Good. That
No,
is a wild crew.
I am so ready for it because I've seen all of them when they play D&D, and when they bring their like role play elements to the table, it becomes so emphatic. And I'm gonna say right now, Call of Cthulhu is going to focus so much more on the role play aspects of it than kind of like the dungeon running.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, big battles with like multiple enemies.
It's
I'll still throw some like horrible little squid demons at them.
but that's the easy
kinda-
part compared to
Yeah.
what they're going to be dealing with on the inside.
Yeah. So, yeah. And not to give too much away, but I am gonna say right now, they've done an awesome job already creating the character names and concepts. I think the current running title for this is Birds of Prey, and I know. You know what's crazy? Jen didn't start that.
Really?
Didn't think she had to.
That's the wildest part. So it's all every single character is whatchamacallit?
Bird themes.
Bird themed. Yeah. Like I could go through the chat and like dump the names, but I'm gonna leave a little mystery for a while.
Yeah, let it
However,
stew.
they all do hail from
Michigan?
a small town in Kansas named Bird City, which is a real place that I looked up and made sure it existed.
Does not surprise me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Another option was Flamingo County, Florida, but
That would have been hilarious in
Yeah.
its own right.
I don't know. We might throw it all around. But it all takes place 10 years after they graduate high school. They get letters for their high school reunion,
That's going to come out good.
which is bizarre because it's an all-expense paid trip to an island resort in Hawaii.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I've told them all that their invitations smell of smoke, sea salt, and barbecue sauce. And as of right now, that's about all the writing I've done for the campaign.
See, that would get me to go to a party.
So,
Casey's actually been to Bird City.
well, all right.
It's not meant to be special.
First off, you're from the Kansas City that's in the not Kansas, so.
But
yeah,
he's been there.
he has. Yeah. So yeah, I'm incredibly nervous to run it because I've never run anything aside from like a couple of sessions of D&D. I'm also learning this system as we go, but it just seems like such a neat mode for sort of telling a story and then figuring out like how to overcome these different obstacles. And it's just exciting to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no,
I'm looking
awesome.
forward to it.
It's
That'd be
it's so fun to take a dive into something you've not done or haven't done recently.
Mhm.
Yeah. And there's also been a couple of different mediums I've looked at. You guys know I like my PowerPoints and slideshows. I thought about running it mostly through there.
Interesting.
And I
We
think
can work with that.
I think there's portions where I might be doing that and kind of have Roll20 be like the background.
Okay.
But I'm also still trying to figure out exactly what would work best for that. So it's going to be a learning experience, and I'm glad I get to learn it with that crew because they're gonna be a lot of fun.
That's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, the little group chat we have going on now is already like, it's hysterical.
Beautiful.
Like one person says one thing and it just cascades into shenanigans. So I'm looking forward to it.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
I don't have a date set up yet.
That's
so we'll figure that out.
No,
We'll figure
you'll
that
get
out.
there. You'll get there.
I was just about to ask actually.
It'll be like tavern tours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get there when we get there.
Fair enough.
Let's see. So that was 1,500.
Yep. What was next?
2,000 was our cooking stream.
So I think this is a good time as anything.
Yeah.
Wherever that book has wound up in this room. But you can talk about it because you guys have something that you're going to be doing beforehand.
Yeah. Are we doing that?
Yes, we're doing that. Are
Oh
you
my
serious? Of course we
God.
are.
So we're doing a cooking stream, and me and WeeWoo are going to cook something delicious for our friends as like a Friendsgiving kind of thing out of the official D&D cookbook.
Somewhere around here.
But before that,
Keep talking.
we're going to do a grocery shopping stream. Now,
Yeah.
As long as we can actually do one, which will probably be all of 10 minutes knowing grocery stores. They tend not to let you
We're gonna
record.
write the list first. We're not gonna have you go in and raw dog it with the book.
okay, we'll figure it out.
I
But-
just
so-
imagine Luke walking around with a book like
A book in a cart going, "Excuse me, sir, do you know where this
doing
is?"
doing the John Travolta.
Andrew, I think it's in your kitchen.
I mean, I thought it was in here.
I'll
but
go. Now I can go check. You
Grab
talk
me a
about it.
beer.
Yeah, do you mind grabbing me a drink? Can I still drink?
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah.
I got the Sam Adams pack. You want something else?
Sure, that'd be great.
All right.
Thank you.
They're not mine.
If you know me, Actually, me and Dark Fairy Magic just went grocery shopping today, and we did a good job.
So
of
she went
spreading this.
grocery shopping.
No,
What?
I helped. I pushed the cart.
He'll be doing that.
It's just one of those things. I don't know. I guess everyone has their weakness, and mine is Beautiful Woman and grocery shopping.
Same, except mine's folding socks and not grocery shopping. I love grocery shopping.
So we're gonna do a grocery shopping stream, and I'll try to be as positive and sunshiny as I can. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll try to power through. And then we're gonna.
I think that's going to be the key: is the powering through.
Powering
Don't let it
through.
bother you, because it's going to be for the gaff, right?
It's for the gaff.
I found it.
We found it. Heroes Feast.
Heroes Feast.
I
I guess we should flip through and start talking about it, because the intention is eventually to kind of get one. We got to know who's going to be there, so
Right.
it'll be local folks.
We're gonna
With
do
a-
this in my kitchen and all that, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
we're gonna
okay.
pull the streaming computer.
Okay.
Sorry in advance to the Valheim crew. The server will be down that day.
Choose your fighter.
I think Boston. Thank you.
I'll take the flannel.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. I appreciate you getting it.
But yeah, no, I think if we do a few different dishes, a
Fourth
little bit of
row,
everything.
pale skin. There's a paint called pale skin in the fourth row.
I'll show off my skeleton because he's coming out like a badass.
He is.
I mean,
Bronzed.
maybe. Oh yeah, look at that. He's front and center right there.
Oh, fair, not pale.
Look
Fair
at that.
enough.
Nope,
Look at my
thank you.
skelly.
Very good.
But yeah, I think if we cook a few different things, like maybe like a 3-course meal or something, and then split it amongst people,
Yep.
it could be a lot of fun. And we'll have a little Friendsgiving. I think that's a good time frame.
Yeah. No, I think getting towards the end of November, everything will be. Because my goal is to work as much as I can during October.
Gotcha.
So I will probably be taking a bit of a backseat towards just playing Valheim and not doing too much DMing,
Okay.
other than the one I'm already assigned.
Which is the the Shadow one.
The Shadow backstory, yes.
Okay. Which I think is on the 10th, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll be fine.
Yeah, so we've got this Thursday, then we got the J. Melia backstory, then Kraken actually wants to get back in the DMing ring, so he's going to take the 17th.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll have the Sano backstory mission at some point.
Yep.
And then I'd like to finish up the Blockade Brigade at some point
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, Blockade needs to get finished.
But there are so many delicious looking things. Miner's pie.
Dwarven food, yes.
Oh, what is that? Like
It's shepherd's pie.
Oh, so good. But yeah, we'll have to
Listen, just in case I'm traveling when this does happen, please save me a plate. 'Cause
absolutely. Ooh, what is this? Vegetable stew. That looks yummy.
It's Ratatouille. Look at the plate. It's
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
if the rat can do it.
If the rat can do it, so can I.
But yes, from the official Heroes Feast book. Looking forward to that. That's going to be.
It's not available anywhere online to post any recipes from, because I'm pretty sure it's licensed by Wizards. Well, it is. It's got Wizards logo
Yeah.
on it. It's definitely a Wizards product, so naturally you can't get it without paying for it.
Yeah.
Oh, oops, this is glittery paint. Oh well, she gets that kind of hair.
There you go.
That's
Um,
awesome.
But
Glittery
that's-
hail.
it's something we've never done before. It's different. It's fun.
And we have the capability of doing it.
Right.
That's-
No, I think the Urban Food Brew event demonstrated.
We're
we
gonna
have-
we're gonna give Shockett a long cord on the camera, and he's just gonna walk around the kitchen
Yeah.
with us.
I also want to say it was so cool to see that we are capable of like creating something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I actually am glad we were
That
able to
was-
finally take that as
Well, that's what the original intent was, right?
that was the original
Yeah.
intent. I just the work behind it was so much more than I thought it could have been. Which I mean, there was a lot of work doing it outside.
Mhm.
I feel a lot better doing it at your house.
Yeah.
Because I can go there 3 days before and wreck your house and set it up, and not have to worry about it for 3 days.
Right. We'll be golden.
Just like this hair.
So that was 2,000, right?
Yep,
Now-
2,500.
2,500. So 2,500 was a special goal because that
That
to
was
me,
that was like the surpassing of
right. That
last
would
year.
that marks the surpassing of Kidori Clash of last year's donation. So I was like, if we can beat last year, I want to do something totally over the top, goofy, hilarious. Like, a hot tub stream is something I've been memeing about for forever. That one's going to be, oh my god. We have to find someone with a hot tub that'll let us use it.
Or you have to just buy a hot
Or we
tub
just
for the
have to
house.
buy a hot tub. I'm not going to buy a big old.
Doesn't have to be a big hot tub.
I can buy like a little inflatable hot tub.
Yeah, absolutely.
But just,
Do they make those?
yeah, they
Yeah.
absolutely do.
well, that's what all the ladies use. You know, you can't call them e-girls anymore, right?
Why do we have to call them eye ladies? Luke?
Ladies nuts.
Oh, you were waiting for that. Oh my god, you set that up days ago.
Candy got him with that the
Yep.
other night. It was very, very funny.
But no, we're gonna act goofy. We're gonna have some wet and wild fun. I'm gonna do squats for subs.
Yes.
I'm going to write subscribers' names on my body.
Oh my god.
I want to build a wheel that we can spin for something. I don't know what we're gonna spin it for. And lots of super soakers, lots of squirt guns. I think we can get like an inflatable D20
Oh, absolutely.
somewhere. I don't know.
No, well, let's just use the aluminum one.
Yeah.
Hunk.
But just
you're gonna poke a hole in the hot tub.
just goofy, fun, and just I don't know.
Splashing each other.
Yeah, you know. And we'll keep it all TOS and everything, but
There was.
No.
I don't want to put this out there because I feel like it might generate too much hype for it. There was a part of me that thought, what if like we just all cosplayed as like TAC characters and jumped in the hot tub?
we could do that.
That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. I mean, I could wear the little like Reginald hat and bathrobe.
Yeah,
all the
like
time.
we're not gonna like put you up in full Ted outfit
Right,
because that's essentially just a lobster boil at that point.
pretty much.
Yeah, but like I'll go buy a fucking bald cap and a bathrobe and like call it a day as
It's-
Gordy.
A bow staff.
Some of us wear joplins.
Okay, what even is that?
That's the rider pants.
Where do you even go and buy those?
Exactly.
Oh, jeez. Listen, I'm sorry I had the foresight to make an easy character.
I didn't think it was ever going to come into play.
No, so big hype for the hot tub stream.
Yeah.
We'll have to handle the tech side of things there too, because
That sounds like a Jerry issue.
you don't want your expensive equipment getting fried by water.
Sounds like a Jerry issue.
Yeah,
We'll figure.
We'll
Just put the mics in a plastic bag. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
It's a little ziplocky.
Yeah.
that could work.
I don't know if it actually will.
That's not going to work.
Mm.
We're most likely going to need just like boom mics or mics that we don't give a shit about.
Or just like sit in the hot tub and don't move.
And shout really loud.
Yeah, it's gonna be goofy. It's gonna be fun, no matter what.
Yeah.
It'll
Oh
be-
yeah, no, it'll be a good
it'll
time.
be a good time.
I still can't believe that's going to happen.
I know.
It's wild.
That's so goofy.
That was 2,000?
That was 2,500.
It was 2,500.
2,500 because I wanted
Okay.
something big to like beat Kid Orient Clash with. So 2,500 hot tub stream. We'll
Okay.
figure it out.
All right. And then the last one was.
The last one was the TAC tattoo.
Yep. The
Tac
TAC 2
The
2.
TAC 2.
So you last year popped your tattoo cherry.
I did. You were with
Um,
me.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I
Well,
streamed that.
Come on.
yeah.
So,
Everyone's probably seen it by this point.
yep, but
But
this
it's
is
there.
Marigold's feather.
Yep. Which, oh yeah, big story behind that one. And I've been meaning to get this for about at the
Years.
time, yeah, 4 years. It was such a like I knew if I was ever going to get a tattoo that was going to be it. So, in the original, the first ever Kadoria Midnight Sea campaign was Emma playing Marigold and a bunch of friends from online that we met through Roll20, and it went for about 2.5 years. And I think they were like level 4,
Mhm.
and they were stuck on an island with Kotoa and Mind Flayers and this like big emerald dragon, which might sound familiar. To
Sounds
you.
a little familiar.
Yeah.
I never heard of that though
Yeah.
before.
But they had been shipwrecked on this island, and
Sounds
as part of
familiar.
the whole story, they ended up giving them a wish. And so like a level 4 bunch of characters having a wish with like certain limitations.
Oh, yeah.
Was a lot of fun. So per the rules of the wish spell, you can wish for a material object that has a value of up to 25,000 gold pieces.
Yep.
And if you look further in the Dungeon Master's Guide, there's a list of prices for ships, and an airship, per the Dungeon Master's Guide, costs exactly 25,000 gold pieces.
Well, that's convenient.
So, Emma, being the absolute rules lawyer that she was like, we're wishing for an airship. And I was like, those don't exist. You can't, like, don't break my game. And she was like, nope, it's in the rules. We're casting a wish. You said it. You said it. You should have done your homework. She was so, like, black and white like that. It was so funny. It was a blast to argue with her all the time about that sort of thing. But she's like, we're getting an airship. And I was like, I guess I have to work an airship into this campaign somehow. And so I already had mind players on the island and everything with like the whole weird kind of Cthulhu sort of vibe.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, mind players naturally lean themselves towards Githyanki.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a Githyanki airship sort of just crash through a portal onto the island. And so they met this Githyanki individual whose mission was
Baldur's Gate, baby.
Did you write Baldur's Gate 3?
I think you did.
years ago, I guess. But he had stolen the airship and came to this island to kill his first mind player. That was his whole thing. And when I described this Githyanki NPC, I had him with all sorts of different baubles and jewelry and things in his hair and just like totally blinged out. And I described that in the Githyanki warrior culture, whenever they defeat an enemy, another fellow warrior or a monster, they have to take something from the corpse of that defeated foe and make it into sort of an ornament. It's very like Dothraki.
Yeah.
And so you can tell how, opposing or strong your opponent is based off of how much drip they have.
Okay.
And Emma thought that was just the most badass, coolest thing ever. Right? She was like, that is so cool. How did you come up with that? And I was like, literally, I just kind of took it. I think I was reading Game of Thrones.
I think you just took it from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I was like, I think it sounds cool. And I wanted a reason for this character to stand out. So, as the campaign works around, they ended up actually backstabbing this guy for his airship and killing him.
Oh.
And that's how they got their airship. But when Emma landed the killing blow on the Githyanki warrior, she was like, I want to take one of his trophies. She's like, I want to start doing that. And I was like, okay, you take one of his trophies, fine. I'm trying to run a game, I'm trying to keep things flowing. She's like, well, what do I get? It's like, I don't know. She's like, no, you said he had a bunch of trophies. What's like the coolest thing? So I said, I don't know, he's got a feather in his hair. You can take the feather. She was playing Marigold's a druid.
Yeah.
She's, well, what kind of feather is it? This is the again, I lovingly remember her being a pain in the ass like this, right? Just like every minute detail has to be laid out. I love her for it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a off the cuff, an astral peacock feather, right? I just made something up.
Yep.
She's, well, what does it look like? I was like, stop putting me on the spot. She was like, I was like, I don't know, take a peacock feather, but like inverse the colors, right? Like make it negative. That's what it looks like. And she was like, that's badass. I'm taking it. She wove it into Marigold's hair. And then for the rest of the campaign, every time Marigold landed the killing blow on something, she would take it and make a trophy out of it. To like bronze dragon fang earrings and like she kept a list on her character sheet, and by the end of that campaign, she's level 15. The list was like that long of all these different trophies. So whenever Marigold was like going out, level 15, you're like an important hero political figure. Whenever she had to like go out and make a speech or like deal with political stuff, she would get full garb. And like would go through, describe every single individual bit. So, but
which you also carry over as well, because every time Marigold does something big, you describe every bit, like everything she's wearing.
Oh yeah. But the feather was the first, and it in a certain way, like Harper with his ring, or Gordy
with his beer.
Like characters kind of like lean themselves towards having like the one object or magic item or whatever that like they identify with. Marigold's feather kind of became like her symbol, and it just kind of like that was the most prominent one that stuck for the whole campaign. So obviously to honor Emma's memory, her character and D&D, the feather's there, but I think also the original story of like the trials that you go through in life become a part of you and make you stronger. Kind of carrying those battles with you and like remembering them. Obviously it all kind of comes together with TAC being, realistically we wouldn't have TAC. I'd probably, if Emma hadn't passed away, I probably wouldn't be sitting here. I probably wouldn't be friends with you guys. So again, just sort of the way the dice roll and the way life happens and sort of picking up the pieces and moving forward and kind of continuing and letting that be a part of you, and also D&D and also Marigold and everything. So it's a very, very special, meaningful symbol for me, and I was really, really excited to get that.
So now,
how do we?
You're going on to Tattoo 2 Electric Boogaloo, and lest I be mistaken,
I can show you later if you want to find out.
I am mistaken. So
No, I don't have any.
So have you? Because like Luke, you kind of talked.
I
about,
am
like,
terrible at making decisions.
That's fair. But have you ever thought to yourself, like growing up, like, oh, is a tattoo something that I would want?
Oh,
to do?
absolutely. I just can't make decisions.
Yeah. I know. I know we have some colleagues that have some very interesting tattoo decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Which will not be.
Country toads.
I'm okay with country toads, but I'm not. I think that this is a tattoo.
Okay. Yeah, it is. I know there's been a couple of ideas.
There's been some ideas.
There have been some bad ideas.
You wouldn't want to get a billion tattoo?
No,
I don't think I'd want.
I will not.
Billiam is cute, but
You know who can get a Billiam tattoo if he really wants one?
So
The controller of Billiam.
I honestly, when he told me what the idea was for it, how it's just like the ant emoji, but like one of his legs is silver, I was like, I've kind of wanted to get another tattoo for a while now.
Yeah,
Like-
still not gonna get that. Sorry.
I don't know.
It has no. Not that it has to have meaning to me, but it has no meaning to me.
That's fine. I'm just saying I might just go ahead and like,
That'd be funny.
while you guys are getting those tattoos done, I might. Just
You
go
two
and
get
grab my own.
the Billiam ones.
Yeah. So, but there has been some pretty good ideas that have been
well,
passed around.
you know,
as
we
well.
got a lot of talented artists and stuff in the community, so
Yeah.
I'm willing to hear ideas. I've always been partial to the 2D4+2 idea.
There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that one either.
I've been joking with that for forever. It's been kind of a meme,
Melvin, you wild.
but I don't know. We'll see. We got plenty of time on that one too.
Yeah.
So excuse me, I digress.
Okay. Yeah, I can see the 2D4+2 one going in a lot of interesting ways, like getting the actual polyhedral like D4s, and then just having like a
+2.
nice chunky +2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I could see a lot of different.
Whatever,
designs for
wherever
that.
I get it, I'm gonna have it so that if I hold it up like this, it can be red.
Yeah.
Like across the front of the arm like that.
Probably. I don't fucking know. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. It'll be fun.
It's like, isn't this for you? No, it's for the idiots that can't remember what the
Yeah,
fucking
right?
potion cost
What am I-
is. No, I was just kidding.
I will say I like that tattoo idea a lot too. I was driving, God, I think down to Simsbury a while back, and it just like popped into my head about the whole idea of like 2D4+2, and it's
He's looking
Luke,
good.
that's
He's-
looking good, dude.
It's looking great. I'm gonna do the bow and the quiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
you
like
got, you got some good browns in there for
the
that.
whole concept behind it is just so simple. It's that little bit of healing that everyone needs at some point or another.
Oil.
And it's just people get that when they're able to.
Yeah.
And when it's like they're able to take that second and pause. So I know 2D4+2 for you guys has been a meme because everyone constantly asks, you know, what's a minor health potion do?
Oh, yeah.
And it's 2D4+2.
You doing spoilers for the Cthulhu? Nah.
No, it just smells like barbecue sauce. That's all. So I don't know. That just feels like it's like a double-edged sword in the most like comfy way, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think if we do land on something, that's kind of where my vote is going, is for the 2D4+2.
I think it's cute.
Why does Casey know about Bird City? Oh, I did talk about Bird City.
Because he's been there.
And he's been there. He says it's shit. We're going to go fly over to Casey and visit Bird City at the end of this campaign. You guys will have to fund it yourselves. I do not have that money. I'm sorry. Or we could fundraise for it. Because that worked out really well.
Slight differences in what we were fundraising for, right?
Yeah.
Getting cross-eyed. looking at this thing.
But yeah.
Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. Getting cross-eyed while painting.
No, I think no matter what we land on, it'll be fun. It's something to remember. All of this,
The events.
yeah, because this is a big step for us as a community.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're, you know, again, this is something we do for fun. It is not a job. I think we've kind of tried to take that approach before, and
Always have. And,
Yeah, it's-
well, we try to because it's better for us.
right, we're growing. We're doing really important and good things.
Yeah.
And,
And we're enjoying ourselves while we do
that's
it.
the most important part, right? Is the second this stops being fun,
Is the second... And we got to that point for a while.
we
Like,
did. We honestly did. Like,
we burnt ourselves
We
out.
did. We were doing 2 D&D streams a week. We were trying to
Plus other things. And
Yeah,
it was getting...
right. And
exhausting.
I think we all kind of as a group,
I think we slumped in our quality.
we absolutely we were pushing quantity over
Do
quality.
you happen to have a pokey for these?
I do. I just have to find it.
Okay.
Because
I don't want to just like.
No, you shouldn't. I just have to find my pokey.
All right.
Um,
As funny as that would be to just go full pressure trying to squeeze.
No,
this
because
out.
they're like $3 a bottle.
Oh yeah, no, that's. Holy hell. I don't know if the stream can see it very well, but you got quite a few bottles.
I do. Well, Reaper sells them like 3 for $10.
Oh, okay.
So they come out to like 3 and change. Let me see the bottle. I want to see if this fits. I might need a different bit. This is sparkly, just so you know.
That actually works out pretty well. I was going to use it for the Wizard's Pommel, and
Yeah, this is gunmetal blue.
yeah.
nice. But, no, so yeah, again, I think we've landed in a really good spot.
Yeah.
Where, we're doing important things. We're expanding our capability. We're starting to do more live events. We're starting to get out there.
I would rather have an increase in the quality of what we do over the quantity any day.
Absolutely, yeah. Because let's be real, we all know it. There's a significant and not an insignificant amount of free time that goes into making all this happen.
Yep.
Right? Prepping D&D sessions, working on social media stuff, managing the Twitch stream, managing the YouTube uploads, managing all the finances stuff. Like there's
I don't know if anybody ever realizes it, but most of the time during the Twitch streams, I don't walk away from my computer.
right.
Unless I stop for bathroom or drinks.
right. It's
Because every time I do, I get yelled at for walking away.
no, it's
Get back here.
it's
mostly-
it's a
it's mostly
significant
Yeah.
chunk of time that we're all doing
Yeah.
because we love it. And
We do it because we're enjoying what we're doing.
right,
We're not.
as soon as this starts to feel like a job for us, that's when it becomes not fun.
Yeah.
And that's when,
It has not felt like a job in recent memory. I will tell
right,
everybody that now.
absolutely.
It feels fun.
Yes. And that's the most important part. So no, I think this year in total, and especially kind of with Build a Boss and everything, we're expanding, we're upgrading, we are
Mhm.
we are making sure
Never afraid to take on more DMs, more people that have knowledge.
absolutely
Because I don't fund this place. You guys do.
right. So
I just happen to be the one that the bills are attached to.
you have a red I can steal?
I do.
I was just about to start utilizing
Ooh.
this
Holly
Hollyberry
red?
I just need like a tiny little drop for the fletchings.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna look neat.
Yeah.
You want me to shake that up for you?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
You want me to shake that?
No, so
It's one of their Christmas paints because they do holiday paints too.
this is all really good, important stuff for SameYou, for us, for everybody involved, and
Exactly.
I think it's a sign of amazing things to come.
Yep.
We ain't stopping here.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
But we're not increasing any one person's workload unless they volunteer to do so.
exactly. That's important because we all do a lot for this already. So
Honestly, when you guys were like, "Hey, boost post the ad," I did so much like little on the side stuff just to be like, what actually goes into this? How does this work?
Oh,
Just because I've never seen anything like that before.
we've done
Okay.
it before.
we
and-
did it before and it did work well, so that's
Yeah.
why we were like, yeah, no, this should be fine.
Yeah, but it was just cool to see like how that worked out though. Like getting to look on the like analytics end and see like, oh, like it's actually creating like this outreach. It's showing like a daily graph of like how many people it's
yeah.
reaching per day, and like I did have it set to localize, so it was like what area,
Which is what we wanted.
Right.
it was hitting. So it was cool.
I'm gonna let him dry a little bit. But, no. So yeah, that's what SameYou does with their money, and what we are doing because of all the amazing donations.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What else we got? Or are we now just going to chill and talk and do Lego talk?
I did want to talk about a couple of things. So, SameYou has started this For the Throne campaign, right? Which is to try to encourage streamers to do what we did and fundraise for SameYou, and all of them in a sort of a friendly competition to claim the throne. So I definitely want to take this opportunity to sort of, pay it forward and to sort of, kick the can and say, hey,
Check out these people.
well, check out these people, but also first and foremost to invite any of you watching, whether it be on YouTube or live here on Twitch or whatever, give it a shot yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had a tremendous...
We don't have the same reach as everybody else does.
Exactly.
So.
I mean, we had a tremendously successful thing, but they've made it really, really, really streamlined and easy. They have guides to set up.
Tiltify was so easy.
Tiltify was so convenient to set up. Even if it's your first time ever streaming, go for it. I'd say as many individual streamers or communities or teams, however they can get, each one of them raising money, it all adds up really, really fast. And that was the real goal there, is to get as many streamers as possible, all, conquering the throne.
Yeah.
And it looks like, there have been, a pretty decent number of other streamers and communities going for it. And I did kind of want to give them some of a shout out.
Totally.
The first one that comes to mind was Philly Bish.
Yeah, Fellybish.
She's totally chill human being. Like, oh my god, she's hilarious.
Yeah.
She had streamed, I think it was every Wednesday in July, I want to say.
Yep.
And so she, with the time zone difference, she ended up streaming a lot of times where I was on my lunch break at work. So
Convenient.
I just pop her open and chill for half an hour or whatever. And just totally awesome, wholesome community. They have so many hilarious memes and inside jokes. And I was like, this is
Sounds
another...
familiar.
Yeah. It felt like another, obviously
Speaking
they're
of which.
different. But,
Go piss girl.
Go piss girl. No, totally cool human being. There's been a lot of other really, really awesome streamers that have also raised money. I want to try to pull some of them up here.
To talk a little more on Fellybish, she also, because shortly after seeing her name come up, I started following her on socials and everything, and she's also seems like she's got a lot of interesting ideas as far as setting up streamer kits and whatnot. She is constantly promoting and talking about helping others to get set up in streaming and sort of giving them quick run through courses and whatnot. So while she streams and does a pretty solid job in her streams, she also seems like a really decent community member for those who are interested in getting into streaming and want to know a little bit more about the art form or the logistics behind it. Because I gotta say, before I joined, I had very little idea what went into it all, and then I started doing little bits of streaming here and there, and whatchamacallit.
You good?
I'm just making sure I don't flash the camera.
Good call.
Good call.
Yep.
And then seeing the live event with how you were setting everything up for the live event, I was like, oh my god. He just put I don't think you really had a profile set up for all of those camera angles and everything.
Not right away. We had a general layout that I built the week before because I didn't know what was going to work, and we made it work.
Just reading this message from SameYou. In case you guys are interested to watch, we have at EPH Effie Dies a Lot coming up soon. Oh, I've heard.
I can relate to
Effie Dies
that.
A Lot, actually. It'll be different to Fellybish
exciting.
and yours, but no doubt just as exciting. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
I'll peep them on the socials if you want to
you
look
do
for
that.
some more streamers.
There was one other, and I should have had this prepared. I apologize for...
It's all good.
We'll find this.
Oh, yeah, we'll make it work.
Trying to pull up.
While he looks, I did want to talk more about Tiltify, too. So, and this is more like the SameYou more than anything. The introduction of Tiltify was super helpful on the back end because last year when we did this, we had we were just taking donations through our PayPal and our Venmo, which was difficult because I told you weren't really involved yet. We had a lot of chunks, a decent chunk that got taken out for PayPal fees.
Yeah.
Which was rough, but we didn't have to deal with that with Tiltify, which was phenomenal.
Yes.
Because it was just a lot less that we had to worry about and more that we could focus on with raising money through our store and things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
No, so again, I think can we assume it's Vero on the SameYou account? I don't know. But you're absolutely right. Like it's all about this is a streamer wide thing too. This is bigger than just the Teal Leaf Adventuring Company. So Philly Bish, absolutely super awesome streamer. I also did watch. There's a couple that played Fortnite together.
Yeah, I remember.
Aaron Mall and I forget her husband's name. But they have been big on Instagram, Twitch, all that stuff too. So to watch that community raise money, that was also really, really cool. So definitely, a big part of this is networking and exposure networking too. So we want to definitely take the time to shout out other streamers and other communities that have been raising money, because we all have the same thing in common too. We're all raising money for such an amazing cause, and we're all doing it through the same medium. So absolutely. It's been really cool to see all these other streamers coming out and fundraise too. Those are the only two that I personally have had the time to watch. I don't know.
I haven't. So I kind of was playing a little bit of unemployment shuffle over the summer. So trying to find a job and lock down.
Here he
a
goes
job
again
was-
with the unemployment shuffle.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not gainfully employed. It's good. But SameYou did just bring up Effie Dies a Lot. I'm looking them up on Twitter now, and they are a very interesting human. I noticed in their bio, Pirate Queen.
Oh goodness,
Oh boy.
the connections.
And former neuroscientist too.
Ooh,
so
Really?
Effie is definitely going to be someone who will have a lot of interesting things to say, and I am super looking forward
All right.
to checking her out when she gets her stream set up.
No, it's been a lot of fun too. SameYou's been doing a great job of blasting out all these different streamers and everything. So, if you follow them on their socials, not only do you get all the amazing events and all the updates on the events and causes that they're supporting at any given day, but also all these different streamers that are questing for the throne.
Yeah.
It's a really cool opportunity to just network and get out there and make new friends and see what everybody else is about. So,
Yeah. No,
it's cool stuff.
It's definitely is like a very neat event to get to be a part of. A couple of years ago, I would have never thought that I would have gotten to do something like this.
Yeah.
So
it's such an awesome and surreal feeling to do, gaming for good is such a cool
Absolutely.
thing. We're very, very fortunate to be able to do this. It's been pretty awesome. So yeah, I would say if you want to dip your toe into streaming and do some gaming for good, again, SameYou's got a really, really helpful step-by-step guide on how to get set up, how to get started, how to set up Tiltify. It's not that hard.
No, Tiltify was easy.
And you can get into streaming too. It's a lot of fun.
If you happen to want to do Tiltify and you message me, I'll help you out, because it was again not a problem with helping people get things started.
Yeah, that's what it's all about too. Is spreading the word, doing good, and kicking butt.
For the bummer.
speaking of people messaging people, I saw we got a new friend joining the Discord.
I did see that.
I don't want to put them on blast in case they are watching stream or anything, but I get so excited seeing new people come
I do
in that way too. Just because it's like, I love all the faces we have in TAC and all the different characters we create.
But it's good to get more.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
More friends, more fun.
More friends, more fun.
Here's it.
Somebody said that.
So that's all I had prepared for talking points. Do either of you guys have any special shout outs or things you want to mention or things to talk about?
Nothing more than we haven't already talked about. I think
covered
we're
all
in a
the
good
ground.
spot.
Yeah. I think now we're just
hanging out.
just
painting
hanging
some
out.
Hanging
shooting
out,
names.
chatting, and seeing what we can do. As far as Discord news is concerned, we are starting up our winter fling, as it
Yes, beautiful.
were. Winds in the east, mist coming in. We got a Valheim server for those of you in Teal Leaf Adventuring Company. We are doing something new this year. We're doing PvP.
I'm
Which-
fucking stoked. I am so hyped.
So
I'm gonna be the bad guy. I'm gonna be the bad. We're the evil team.
You really can't help it. You
Team
have
Hounds,
you
Team
have skulls on your cloak,
are we the baddies?
We are the baddies.
So
and he's got the most people right now. Well, we're gonna make it balanced.
We'll make it balanced. So all the people that I'm recruiting have like never played before too. So it'll be fun.
That's okay.
It'll be a fun teaching experience.
I love the idea that you have so many people that just have no idea what they're doing.
Yes. It'll be, come to me, my minions. Together.
Your Gru. Your
Yes. Exactly. But Amanda said she's willing to try too.
I saw.
So we're gonna see if her laptop can handle it. It's not super intensive. I mean, it can be, but we'll lower the settings. We'll see.
Yeah.
But she loves like Stardew Valley, and I was like, you can just be the camp mom.
Yeah.
And pick mushrooms and feed the pigs and do some farming. Like it's basically Stardew. But yeah, looking forward to that. How many people do we have signed up for that? So far?
Well, I think the spreadsheet has just kind of gone by the wayside.
Okay.
So right now, if we go over to the thread, so many threads have been built for this now. Did you see you have a title?
I did see that. The
You
War
like
Chief,
that?
yes.
You like that?
The High Empress, the War Chief, and the Jarl.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry,
I'm
Tramp
sorry.
for hire. So offended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Tramp for hire. So
just 15?
14 right now. Learn how to count.
Just because I'm in the far
5, 4,
reaches.
4, 1.
You're right, 14. I can.
You're not in the far reaches. You're the you're the only one settled right now, but we don't have to talk about that.
Yeah. Although I will say, very, very happy to be playing Valheim again. I forgot how much fun it is.
It's a really relaxing game.
It is.
It's like simultaneously relaxing and also like sweaty, and I love the combination of the two.
I feel like there's a certain, like, there's always a certain point where it ticks over from being like calm, fun, relaxing to oh god, oh shit, that giant sea serpent is about to destroy everything.
You don't have to talk about the swamp that way.
I think last year when we played Valheim was the first time I actually ever saw the swamp.
It
Because
is.
the year before, I think you and me just kind of dicked around on the boat for a good chunk of it, and then I just kind of fell off.
Yeah, you did.
The no map playthrough last year
That was rough.
The map. Yeah.
I'm so happy we did it because it's given me a deeper appreciation of the game.
Yep.
I never want to do it again.
Never again. Nope.
Never again. Searching
never.
for the Elder Altar for 12 to 15 hours. I lost track. Just running through the woods with
And we were almost there at one point.
fully upgraded gear. Like I had no further things that I could upgrade until I killed the Elder, and just happened. You have to get lucky and stumble upon it.
And we literally found a mountain on the map and turned back because we're like, oh, we're not going up the mountain right now.
And it was on the other side of the mountain.
It was. We could have gone around the mountain.
That was wild, but
Yeah.
like navigating by the stars and like having to like use the
Oh, that's
world
right. Because
tree.
they use like the star system.
They actually do have constellations that remain stationary, and
Yep.
like your position relative to the tree of life above you, like remains constant. So like
Yeah, it's not a random generated sky.
you can use
But guess what? We don't have to do that this time.
we don't have to do that this time. It's
We're
gonna
not
suck.
doing that this time.
Can I share a secret with you guys?
Yeah.
Technically, you can get full upgraded silver armor and weapons, having to only kill Eikthyr.
Yeah, I believe that. You have to like
So you can,
blindly go through the mountains though, don't you?
well, so there's a trick, and I'll share this with you because I'm going to exploit it.
Hold on. Pause the stream.
If you use the Stag Breaker up in the mountains and you just whack the ground with it, it'll normally do damage to all of the normal stone. But you can hit it, and if you get a message that says too hard, you know you have silver directly underneath you. And then with even just the bone pickaxe, if you mine all the regular stone around the entire silver node,
collapse it.
you can collapse it without needing the iron pickaxe.
Yeah, but that
And
sounds really dangerous without cold buffs
it is. It is.
and upgraded armor.
Yes. The other
So yeah,
trick
you
I
enjoy
know,
that exploit.
the other trick I know
with all your new players.
is you can get into swamp crypts without the swamp key.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that.
Okay.
That one just sounds like cheating.
This one is a total glitch.
Yep.
But what you can do is if you build a
Backwards
chair.
B-hop 100 times into the
Kind
stairs.
of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's much simpler to pull off. If you build a simple chair, as close to the gate of the crypt as you can, and then sit in it.
Mhm.
As you stand up, if you immediately spin, you glitch through the gate and can get into the crypt.
So I think we should also take a minute to talk about some of the mods in the server. Too,
Oh my god, this,
because
So you can get
we-
iron without code.
So we discovered something.
What?
Well, I guess I kind of discovered.
you
this.
discovered that if you turn your bed upside down, you glitch through the floor.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and I'm not gonna spoil too much about it, but Per also has granted some discovery as well that depending on how you orient certain things as your character interacts with them, your character will leave that interaction facing a certain way. So say you have a chair that instead of it being oriented like this, it's oriented facing down.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to stand up to it, you are face planted on the ground.
Yeah.
It is hysterical.
I love it. I love it.
So we have a mod now that will reorient pieces in any of the 3 axes, which is
Okay.
nice because you can do some really nice building stuff with that. That's Gizmo. We have a couple inventory mods that we've tested out and discussed. I told you about the backpacks one we literally found today.
So nice.
You can equip 1 backpack with like 16 additional inventory spaces and a quiver with 3 kinds of arrows. And then you can switch between them easily.
That's so cool.
There's the guilds mod, which is all about just getting the team set up. We have a bunch of like crafting mods where like some of the NPC crafting recipes are available. So the more of the building stuff. We have a lot of quality of life that Per's been phenomenal getting this set up.
First one, MVP.
With the modding and everything, it's not something I'm used to.
First off, modding one side, but then also just like the creation alone. I played a little bit earlier today. Just
You
to kinda
play tested one of the things she built.
I was playing, and then she asked me to come help her play test.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, sure. So I teleported over to that spot, and it started off as an empty room. I was like, okay, I'll help you out in a sec. I'm gonna go help Sam in the other room. I step away for maybe 5 minutes, come back, fully furnished. And Per just was like, yeah, I'm just gonna put this here, make sure this looks nice. Like comfort level through the roof. I'm just like,
Well,
what the hell?
when you loaded in, you saw the arena that she built that had comfort 19.
Yeah, that
That's
was
max
pretty
comfort.
ridiculous.
Wow.
I'm gonna steal a little bit of this
Yeah.
off you because I do like how those quivers came out, and I kind of want the top of this staff.
I'm pretty much done with mine, other than like the
Yeah,
detailing.
I think my guys
Yeah,
pretty solid.
yeah,
Looks bony.
it does look bony. So the last step
Mhm.
is what's called dry brushing.
Okay.
So you need what brushes did you get with this?
I have that one which I haven't used yet.
Um,
It's a 0.
oh,
the cheater.
this is okay. So you're probably going to want to use tell you what, we're going to cheat.
Okay, let's cheat.
You're going to use this one.
Okay.
And you're going to need a paper towel and a light color. I'm going to give you linen white,
Okay.
which is I don't think is in your kit.
Dragon weight.
I think it'll look weird with that because that's the linen white is a nice off white. That's desert. That's the bone color. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take a little dab of this linen white. Just a little dab will do you.
Okay.
Just dip the tip of your brush in it. A little more than that. Don't. And then blast it out on this paper towel. Really, yep. Barely want any paint on there. Okay. Grab your handle.
Yep.
And just brush strokes, light brush strokes. What it does is the opposite of the wash, and it brings out the high point highlights. So it counteracts what you did with your wash, and you get a better. Let me see.
It's working.
It is working, yep. So that's kind of what you do to bring out those higher highlights.
Interesting.
I typically don't do multiple color dry brushes just because it's a lot of excess work. I like the style of just doing a simple, you've seen all my minis, they have those like little white high points. That's typically how I do it. It tells you to do different color shades. I just do it like that.
Gotcha.
And I think it works very well.
It is. That's cool.
The only other thing you have to do is paint that little gray footing, and I think a nice little green to make it grass. Ooh, it's textured like that.
Yeah. Very cool.
Is probably the way to go.
All right. Get his little face in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we didn't do?
What didn't we do?
Chat. Chat. Talk like Gen Z real quick.
Yep.
What was your guys' favorite moments from this month?
Guys, if you're listening, what were your favorite moments of this
What were
month?
the coolest moments, whether you participated or not?
I think we got a Miss Pengy Rach still out there. Not to put her on the spot, but
Thank you. We're putting you on the spot.
Pengy, we're putting you on the spot. We've never done that before. It's okay.
Answer. Wake up. Stop playing Mario Pets. Answer.
What is she playing?
Hello. She's playing Mario Pets.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
That's me putting her on the spot.
Oh,
You're
well,
allowed to.
you know, he's gonna get beat later.
No, I'm just gonna sleep on the couch.
Yeah, you're used to it.
Yeah. It's okay.
How'd you know? Well, Peggy, what we want to know is your favorite part of this month during the SameYou drive.
No, you can sleep in the bed. Yay!
It's getting cold. See how the dry brush works with mine?
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Dry brush between a nice wash and a dry brush is the best way. Like, you can be shitty at painting, which I am. Let's be real here.
You are not.
I'm
you
not.
do good work.
I do good work, but I don't do like There's a reason why I will never paint for money. To be fair, well, no, I haven't ever. I've printed things for money. I will not paint things for money because I don't have the wherewithal to paint it with quality. But I will always do it as a gift. Pass it down. Pass it down.
Pass it down. Oh, I'd love to actually
That
take a look at
Yeah,
this.
that one came out really nice.
Ooh. Yeah, homie. Dang, that's looking good. I feel like I just went real basic with my colors. I'm trying to stick to a very minimal amount.
There's nothing wrong with that.
This is what I got going on so far.
Yeah, me. I've
that's really good.
That one came out really good. I like the tip of the staff.
I love the fact that the
Oh, and
gold
the
hair
purple.
really works.
Yeah, I actually want to take some
Ooh.
of that gold and put it right on the tip of the staff to kind of give it that like
Yeah.
extra little white.
You definitely might benefit from like a light blue dry brush on that cloak.
Ooh, so I actually did hit it with the
You hit it with the
black
wash,
Yeah.
but a dry brush on the edges of the cloak with one of the light blues up there
Okay.
probably look really nice.
All right.
Let's see. That's really hard to say because I really enjoyed seeing everyone's encounters, and it was really fun having all the donations for specific game effects, like being able to. That was so funny. The AAA Triple R was goated.
Goaty Banks was probably one of my
Goaty Agent Goaty Banks. I hate to call her out, but do we have a Candy still in chat to tell us?
Candy crab some
think-
dinner.
I think,
Okay.
Yeah, she was making dinner.
KC, are you still there?
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
is
I
it?
have a feeling we know what KC's favorite part was, but Sanrio wasn't here earlier, but
Yeah.
you know, that's
People float in and out.
Speak up, Candy says he says. Hi, also, hi, hee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's hee-ha. I don't know how to read. They chose me to lead, not to read.
I picked 3.
I picked number 3, my lord.
Oh. Oh, this paint got a little weird on me over here.
What is it?
It's the gold that I used for the hair, but like there's a top layer
So
that
those
just started turning
those
a little
metal-
skimmy.
Those metallic layers tend to really come out separated.
Mm.
They need a lot of mixing. Working with your team in the battle royale a lot silliness. Yeah, that. It's been a beautiful crafting date.
So, oh yes, this has been a wonderful crafting day.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about the working with team thing because something got brought to my attention during the last encounter.
I think I noticed some tomfoolery.
There was a bit of tomfoolery, dare I say,
Some collusion, some
some
sedition.
a minor amount of seditious collusion, sedition even.
Were the
So-
girls colluding?
I think they just
No.
might have been. So
Ladies.
it's encouraged. Strategic calculations. Yes. So those strategic calculations from my
Always
end
girls chat.
sounded a lot
They've been a
like
problem since the beginning.
in between every other turn, I could hear Sam just typing away, and I was so I didn't want to become a nosy neighbor and just peek over at her computer, but I was like, who are you messaging so
That was
much
good,
during
Luke.
It
this?
does. I'm proud of that. It's my
Yeah.
best meeting ever.
No, he lies.
I'm gonna do that dry brushing on the grass again. What's that?
Yeah, that you may be able to get away with one of the pale greens I have.
Okay. I was just gonna use the same.
Shock,
Should I
I
use a
tell
different
you.
green? Or?
You should use a lighter green than the one you're.
Okay.
Oh,
You could just add a drop of like white to it.
meta, by the way. I don't know if you were aware of this, but every dollar amount over our goal of 3,000
Oh my god! I totally forgot about
is
that part.
going towards the experience points for everyone, for every character who participated
Mhm.
in this year's charity event.
Two things.
So,
One, hi Pez.
Hi, Pez.
Thanks for checking in on our last stream of the donation run.
Yeah. 2, because you started that with 1.
2 being, I want to see what Meta's favorite part of it all
Oh
was.
yeah,
Yeah.
Meta.
Because
What was,
Meta did participate.
what was your favorite part of all this?
Oh, you did get some. Okay.
I had the dragon light.
Try to. You can mix it with like the tip or the back end of the brush. Might be a little safer for the brush.
Gotcha.
Not that I care about that brush. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, that'll be good.
There we go.
You do probably want a little more. Hold on.
The Dragon Chaos. Honestly, the Dragon Chaos is one of my favorite parts too.
It's immediately what you wanted to happen.
Yes, lots of chaos. Honestly, lots of money.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard when you stepped away, but Andrew and I, because when you stepped away to talk to your dad earlier.
Yeah.
When you did, Andrew and I were talking about that first night and how I had reached out to you, and I was so shocked that you were like, "Oh, yeah, no, we'll get through everything tonight. It'll be fine."
We did talk about that.
And I was like, "Okay, I feel like this is going to end up being a repeat of last year where we thought all the PvP was
Look, there was a little bit of panic.
It was an interesting amount of panic though. It was like upwards panic.
One thing I will say that I've gotten better at is controlling the throttle of how long games take.
That's fair.
That's an important skill to have with this format because sometimes, I mean, the dice themselves can dictate how fast encounters go. Or,
It's the slow of the encounters that is purely on the
Right.
player and the DM.
right. So I can drag things out, or you'll notice sometimes too where if I get a little pushier, and we're running out of time.
Oh, I know.
I speed things up, and the health. It says right in the Dungeon Master's Guide, the health of monsters is more meant to be a range than a specific number. So sometimes things get added health or subtracted health or whatever.
You mean you just don't let the monsters die when you feel like it?
Sometimes I do, when it feels thematically appropriate. However, I will say, despite we'll call it DM freedom to every DM fudges dice. Surprise.
Never. Never.
I only fudge dice for beginner tier. But the amount of times the dice have legitimately told.
Oh, that's why Chad survives all my beginner tier or doesn't survive my beginner tier missions.
Rips and peepseeks.
No. The amount of times where like no fuckery involved, the dice have like made the story happen so perfectly is shocking. And like, say what you want about spirituality or whatever fate, like there's something borderline divine about some of these moments behind the DM screen where I'm like shell shocked at how things played out.
Yeah, you even had like Marigold get some very fitting killing blows
Both of the
with crits.
both of the killing blows on the Crew Spawn Brides with the Spirit of Light have been crits by Marigold to end the fight. Like, that alone, I can't fake that. I can't make that up. That's
No, you can't,
scary.
because you don't blind hide her rolls either.
Yeah. Yeah, so as far as the total dollar amount, we're going to have that Friday, October 4th.
Yep.
And I'll tag everybody, and all participating characters are going to get that much experience.
Yeah.
Which actually, let's take a peek. We haven't checked in a minute.
I think I have it up on one of the screens. It's just not showing because
That's okay.
there's a lot of screens open.
As of right now, $4,762 raised.
4,007.
762. So that's 1,762 experience for everybody.
And
That's,
we still have store.
We still
credit
got
coming
store
in.
stuff to come in. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, big shout out to Candy tonight. Big shout out to Candy's mom. And Hee Haw, thank you for the $20
thank you
donation.
so
Oh,
much.
hey, dude.
Yeah,
Appreciate.
much appreciated.
Those just came in then. Thank you guys.
Yeah. Man. I think I told my parents like earlier this week, probably after Thursday, like what we ended at,
Mhm.
and even still seeing them come in, it's just like
It's wild, yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, I think some people are, especially some of the lower level characters, are going to get significant little bump for participants. I mean, I think
it's well warranted.
absolutely Diego is going to, I think, bumped up to like level 5 already.
Well,
I
he's
think
at
on-
4. With the donations, he'll definitely be at 5.
Yeah.
So he's making up for the fact that he died. Making up for the fact that he died.
No, this is really cool stuff.
Wait, did Diego die in the
No.
No,
when he came and flew out?
no,
Okay, because that would have been horrible.
it's been hilarious actually. You say horrible. I think Casey and I both agree that would have been hilarious.
So,
Hey, so two of the people that were at the live event, like sitting over at the coffee
Yep.
bar, they mentioned the place up the street from Monsoon has been looking to do a game night. You know where we were all parked?
Mhm.
They mentioned
Rockadaka?
Yeah. They mentioned that studio, one of the guys that runs it, is looking to do some kind of a game night kind of thing. Whether it's like people coming in and playing D&D or like Magic or whatever. So
You want to head that up?
I
By
honestly, I just might. That could be fun.
no problem. I have a family friend who suffered a life-changing brain injury. I hope every little bit here helps people in the same boat.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so
we
much.
appreciate
yeah.
that, Hee
Yeah.
Haw. And yeah, this is, like we talked about earlier, it affects, I would wager most people have someone in their life, if not themselves personally, that are affected by this. So
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
we appreciate it.
We've
Alright.
built just such a decent community. And
We're
more
a
and
good
more.
group of humans.
Dwarf down! Dwarf down!
No dwarf left behind.
I'm proud of the skeleton. man.
You
I
did
thought that
really good.
That looks pretty legit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to have the home game fight a level 1 skeleton? just
Probably
real
at
quick?
some point.
Just so you can bust
put it
that
out
out and be like, look
Just
what
so
I
Jerry can
made!
eat it. Yeah.
The
I
only
feel
thing
like-
you might have to do because of how
Okay.
it's secured to the base, if
Yeah.
we pop him off,
Uh-oh.
he might need some edge work done. But
I can
actually, I think you're looking good. Your eyes are probably better than mine, but
Let's see here. No, he's pretty solid.
Perfect.
Alright. Hell yeah.
I mean, the only thing,
Mhm.
because once he's dry,
Mhm.
you might want to do like a clear coat on him
Okay.
if you have it. If not, I can do it.
I do not have a clear coat.
Okay.
Is there a clear coat in here?
No, I use rattle can clear coat.
Gotcha.
You can get Rust-Oleum clear coat.
I could make a
Glo-
clear coat.
You could make your own clear coat. So typically you see like a lot of people do gloss when they start.
Mhm.
I like matte finishes better for minis because they look better. They don't look like, it's one thing if you want something that's gonna look wet, like the Kraken
Yeah.
is all gloss. But if I do something that's not supposed to look wet, it's typically a matte coat.
Okay. Gloss looks sticky, yeah.
Yep.
Pez, I still got to reach out to you about the candles, man. I love that first set of candles that we got.
You got candles?
Yeah,
Um,
Pez is what the
Pez-
person that makes the
The D&D candles.
D&D themed candles that Luke used for the seaside town.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was all Pez.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Those came out so good.
Those are some dope.
No, I got
candles.
the Yankee Candle candles right now just to tide us over, but
You're waiting on the next shipment.
well, I gotta get with Pez and see if they can hook me up with some
Solid.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
have
see.
I'll have to keep that in mind. I
Yeah.
got a lot of people in my life
No,
that
they
love
were-
candles.
really, really high quality stuff too. And each one had a little die melted into it, so when you finish the candle, there's like a full set of dice with all of them.
I don't know if you heard it at the table on Saturday, but Andrew revealed a little secret to me. You know
What's
that
that?
little cheese ball I have for like the
Oh, the
flaming
hot glue.
sphere?
There's a D20 in there.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
tried to eat it open.
I did. Yes, I did.
That's one of my first kit bashed projects, and you tried to eat it for a die.
Dice, dude, dice.
No, it was a single die.
Right, I know, but more dice, more fun.
It's a single D20, and it definitely wasn't worth anything. because it went into a project.
Okay, so
Yeah, the full
sometimes-
D&D
sometimes it's
7
not
candle
about the
set has the
quality
metal die. The dragon
as it is about
candles
the
always have a
adventure
Ooh.
of getting out.
Ooh, that's so cool.
Awesome.
We know so many creative people through this stuff. Like,
We really do.
Yeah,
Very
it has
cool.
been very fun to like meet more people,
Mhm.
more and more,
Mhm.
especially in the media community too. Like getting to meet like Tim and Andrea, that was a lot
That
of
was
fun.
cool, yeah.
And I'll say they're creative as well because the coffees they made were absolutely delicious.
Getting to meet Mark and Nikki in person, that was really cool.
Yeah.
oh, that was
That was
super
so
cool.
Yeah, they are. a good
Casey.
bunch.
Obviously, Casey, yeah, that was. It's so
right.
funny. You know how like you make an internet friend and you like have a certain vision of them in your mind and like. You know, you see him
Okay,
on
we
camera,
know he's tall.
well, he is like so much like he is exactly how I pictured him in my head. He is such a homie. He's such a cool dude.
Oh, he's absolutely a homie. Yeah.
I got him.
Oh! Get him! Get him!
I got him.
Got him.
Nice.
I found the button. Yeah. So how you're talking about how you make an internet friend and you think they're one thing and then you meet them in person.
Oh God, is this where we're gonna hear about me?
I'm just no. I knew what I was in for. I'm just gonna say it. I'm a little let down that Casey wasn't a manlet like me. So yeah,
You're just
I
mad.
just everything about him just kind of screamed to me that
That's just camera angles.
I know. It's the trick of the camera, man. You can't on the internet. Everyone is just a bear. I didn't mean.
How much of a pain in the butt was the metal die being in? I mean, I let mine cool beforehand. Some of them were like a little bit blackened around the edges, but I think that just makes them look cooler. But I think those were totally fine. The tinfoil might not be a bad idea.
All right, Mr. WeeWoo, can you walk me through this dry brush method?
So find
so
a lighter
I'm gonna
blue.
use the bathroom again.
All
Go
right.
piss, Luke.
You got go piss, girl.
Go piss, girl.
Should I wear the mic still?
No.
You can always surprise Luke. and
Trust
Joel.
me, we already have that on one video.
Wait, what?
I
So,
definitely got
later-
when I first started wearing the wireless headset. I definitely went to the bathroom with it on.
So lighter blue. I've got. This might be a tune too light. What did I use before? I didn't use gunmetal. Oh God, what was I using?
You don't want gunmetal because it's sparkly.
It's too light. Tell you what, I have light blue.
Light blue will do fine. Give it a good stir. Make sure it's well incorporated. What did I get up for? Oh, I was getting a shader. Nope.
All right. And I've also I'm so sorry. I forgot how much paint I didn't need to use.
You're
wasted
good.
some of
Don't
your
worry.
paint.
You're good. You know where you can buy some? Exclamation point Reaper in chat.
Someone else type it, please. I don't want to get paint all over my new phone. Damn it, I already did. That'll buff out.
It'll buff. It'll buff.
Yeah.
So, you got a paper towel over there?
I do. Yeah. I have a paper
Okay,
towel.
so you're gonna want grab one of the wider brushes.
I'm gonna grab this one just because
That's fine.
I think I
It's-
might be a little more comfortable with that.
Yep.
All right.
So you're gonna put a little paint on your brush. No problem, Pez.
Just gonna see if this comes out okay.
Don't you hate those kinds of classes? Unfortunately required for what you're doing. So, yep, just a little bit of paint.
And
Dab
just,
it on the edge,
just like that.
and then paint on the paper towel until it's almost gone. You didn't need that much paint. Trust me.
Okay.
And now, brush. Yeah, just until it's almost gone. You want the barest amount of paint on the tips of that brush.
All right.
Because if you have too much on it, you'll know very quickly when all your work is gone.
All right. I'm noticing like I'm starting to get strokes like that.
Yep, that's a lot
Yeah.
better.
All right. And then just like little dab brushes
Little brushes across the edges.
across the edges.
Yep. So the high points will pick up the paint and start to highlight it out, and the low points will be you'll miss them.
Can I just say how nice it is to be able to like read chat and respond to it and talk in real time? Because like normally when I'm
We
doing-
normally don't do that.
Yeah, we normally like it just it doesn't really work for D&D. But
Mhm.
like, I mean, I still read the chat
Yeah,
most of the
but
time.
it's hard to respond,
Yeah,
and we don't
if
do
I
that
see something
too.
like hysterical, I typically will point it out and respond.
Yep.
But like, it's nice to like actually communicate with viewers.
Oh,
It's nice.
absolutely. How's that looking?
Pretty good, except I'm noticing one spot that I kind of missed.
I have seen problems.
And it's just like a weird angle to get in.
I will
It's, like,
remind
right by
you-
the nape.
I will remind you that once you realize that the painting will be seen from far away, typically, you don't have to worry that much about how it looks up close.
Yeah. No, I really like. There were little bits that like even holding out here I noticed, and I was like, I don't know, grumble.
That's fair.
But man, I like that
That dry brush?
that dry brush
That
and
is-
then the shading brush that we were using, the oil in front of you.
Oh yeah, the washes.
The washes.
The washes are such a cool like.
So you don't have to get the Citadel washes; they just work really well, and they come in a lot of different shades. You can make a wash out of a drop of paint and a drop or two of water.
You know what I'm noticing about this?
What?
Look how massive this bow is compared to the actual skeleton. That is a long bow. If I've ever
Yeah,
seen
that is
is-
a skeletal longbowman.
That is long. That is.
You
taller
guys a
than him.
fan? Luke,
Mhm.
you a fan of goblins?
I love goblins, especially
Goblins are
mind goblins. Those are my
Yeah.
favorite kind of goblins.
I'm waiting for it.
Someone else can ask. It's I have.
Oh no, I
Happened.
remember seeing those pictures, Pez. Those were amazing
Yeah.
minis. Because those are the Mansions of Madness ones, right?
Ooh,
Goblins.
I love that. I love that everyone who's kind of just gotten into the Discord has just known that like these nuts jokes are just so commonplace now.
I'm very proud of the two of you for not accidentally drinking paint water today.
We did it also.
Well, so far.
Go
So
ahead and
far.
throw that up front
Mhm.
because I feel good about that one. Feels a little
Has-
better than my.
Has
mushroom
when are you gonna make a D&D character with us?
Well, she's got home inspector classes, and you're asking her for candles.
It's true. Everybody's got time for D&D.
Yeah.
Well, you'd be surprised.
No,
We'll
she's
get
a
it.
gamer.
Oh, I know.
We'll see. It's all about positive peer pressure.
Positive.
Dinner served and cleaned up. Now working on the TV for Austin Education. All right, Candy, have fun. Say hi to the ladies for me.
Yeah, say hi.
Oh, she's doing Austin Education. That's the one that I haven't gotten into yet. Like
Yeah.
I've watched like Orange is the New Black, but the Jane Austen stuff that Candy does seems like a pretty fun time.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Pez. I'm gonna buy some candles and we'll talk.
Mm-hmm.
Just every candle order, just the Discord join link.
She's in this one.
Oh,
she
yeah,
is.
yeah, she
oh,
is.
you know, I think I've seen her like.
Yeah.
chip
Has
in
this
from time to time.
been like back from the TGR days?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We found her through networking with another streamer.
Yeah. That was Reaper, right?
That was Reaper.
Yeah. God, that's old school.
That is old school. Because that's when that was even before we did any like D&D focus. We were very
That was like board games and
board games and
retro
multiplayer games.
Yeah.
Do an apprenticeship, make candles, get my license, move. Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
that's fair.
that's a lot of living.
That's a lot of stuff.
That's a whole bunch of living.
95% positive made that over. That's funny.
You did. This is your work. Yeah, she did the
Oh, yeah,
she did the updated TAC
You're right.
overlays.
Oh,
I completely forgot about
Because she
that.
made this
Yeah.
one and she made the dwarf one we don't
Yeah.
use because it's too much work.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Wow,
that's pretty neat.
that's really awesome.
Meta, I have not seen Forged in Fire.
Oh, such a good show.
So what is that? Is it just?
It's a
like
knife
black-
making It's chopped, but a knife making competition.
That's cool.
Oh,
Oh, it's such a good show. Really?
yeah. No,
We were into it when I was working at one of the private ambulance companies. Like it was like on TV every Monday. We watched like the whole season.
That sounds cool.
Okay.
It's
This
super.
is-
And it's got the guy who tests the blades, and he goes, "It can kill." It's super. You need to watch at least one episode.
I do. So I do genuinely enjoy seeing like knife making videos. I found this.
I think you'll like Forged in Fire.
I found this one YouTube channel that they do knife making videos, but it's always a composite of different materials. Like they've made a knife out of like chocolate,
Oh, that
They-
guy.
Yeah, and they did one out of like seaweed.
Some of those are really upsetting.
some of them are, but though most of them I've just found are just like really
feeling-
decent ASMR.
You feeling saucy? You want to do your second?
Oh God.
Oh man,
So here's the fun part about him.
that's a big second to do.
That's...
I actually have something you can work off of for ideas.
Ooh.
That mini. I lost the skeleton years ago.
Chakram? Oh my god.
That's dope.
I'm like nervous to make another one.
Luke?
Thank you. Ooh.
That is the actual guy.
That's the same mini.
The exact same mini.
All right.
Except yours is the newer printing material they use. But he's made out of PVA. Or not PVA, PVC.
What do I want
Be,
to
re-
use?
be really weird if he was made out of glue. I will say he's painted with all the paints you have.
Okay.
So you have every paint that is... I'm going to put him out of your workspace a little just because...
Yeah, I don't want to contaminate them.
Yeah, me either. Can I get an orange?
Yeah. What are you thinking? Like really hot or cooler side?
That one in between the black lid yellow and the other orange. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going for like a
What do you
ginger
got
hair.
here?
Marigold orange or marigold
Marigold
yellow.
Wow.
Neat pick.
His face, his hands, all the inside bits.
Totally accidentally left at some point, but apparently I'm back. That's okay,
That's
Paz.
totally cool.
Yeah, it happens.
How many times do you drink paint water, WeeWoo?
More than once, guys. There's a reason why I put it all in mason jars now.
That is
Because I don't drink out of mason jars.
that's completely valid.
Because I used to put it in coffee mugs.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yes, it is. Because it doesn't matter how often you use one coffee mug over the other. If you know it's a coffee mug, you might still drink out of it.
I noticed you have a coffee over there, by the way.
It's gone. I found it again.
Is it gone?
Yeah, I just drank it.
Oh, okay.
When I went out into the kitchen, I drank it. Yeah. Problem is, once you start painting and you get a lot of paint water, it all just starts looking like coffee anyway.
Fair.
That's true. Oh, speaking of, I did use up some of the coffee that we got from Monsoon.
You mean I got from Monsoon that I gave you?
Yes. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's good coffee.
Yeah, it is. I will do anything for a quality cup of coffee over quantity. Trust me.
Fair enough.
That being said, if I don't, I will save money and buy a cheap coffee for home if I need to.
Yeah.
But I try to avoid it. So facts about Monsoon, seeing as you both have now been there.
Mm-hmm.
I found them before COVID struck. Very glad I did. And in a panic, when everybody was buying toilet paper, I bought a 5-pound bag of their coffee. And they were like, I can't believe it stayed fresh that long. And I'm like, it probably didn't, but I drank it because it was good.
They had really yummy cocktails.
They did, yeah. The cocktails are relatively new, but I'm so glad that they're picking up with that.
Any other green spots on it? Not really. Okay.
Yeah, maybe some legs.
Does he have legs? Green legs?
Yeah, he's not wearing shoes, so his feet are technically green. There are
Oh,
some.
he's got shoes on.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, he's got metal armor shoes on.
Oh, fair enough then. Never mind.
Okay, so what do I want to do next? Maybe the gray color.
So, yeah, the gray fur. The armor is actually on this mini
Mm-hmm.
is black, and then you dry brush the silver over it,
Oh.
so it
interesting.
looks like chainmail.
Okay, so I should do black.
Black for the chainmail bits,
Okay.
because that's how you get that textured look. Is when you dry brush that.
Maybe this mountain stone color. It's like
That
a
looks
dark gray.
dark gray. Yeah,
Or
I think
this-
that's pure black.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this gray color.
Yeah. You doing that for the like the fur,
Yeah, like the
wolf cloak or something?
I was thinking like the chainmail and everything. Yeah,
Oh, okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
we'll see.
Yeah, and then dry brushing with the silver over it.
Yeah.
It's all about feeling out the process, Luke.
I'm gonna feel this guy out.
Yeah. Is your wizard done, Mr. Melvin?
She is.
Okay.
She is. I think I'm gonna pause my painting from there,
Okay.
just because I am gonna try to be dipping out like right around
9.
right around the 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay.
Same here. Because
No worries.
work early in the morning.
We'll get the ones we have completed here on to be viewed. Not too bad work.
How are we looking at time, actually?
We are hitting 8:13 right now.
8:13. We got like 45 minutes.
We also just continue. Oh, welcome back to the server, Pez.
Hey.
We just continually cruise through, like just chatting about all the SameYou stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We did good.
I'm happy I had talking points.
Somebody's barbecuing.
I smell that.
Oh.
That fan is dastardly.
Sending it all your way.
Yeah.
Does your neighbor ever barbecue and then you just catch all of it?
Yep, because he's right outside my door. You took this class technically, but the wrong that's the worst.
Ugh.
I started doing all my recertification classes at work, so I feel that. The worst part is 90% of them I already have done. Like, we do the same thing every year. Or every 2 years, I should say. They get updated occasionally with new information. Be nice to kind of get there and see what you can do with your own minis kind of thing. See, because you got minis at home too.
I do.
There's if you can be that kind of person and take it as being I think it's super therapeutic for me. It's something I can sit down
I will say, just
with some music on.
yeah, I could definitely see myself just kicking back and taking it easy and just relaxing with one of these.
One of these and an edible, huh?
No,
Mm.
I think if I had an edible while doing these, I would just forget to do anything, and then just
I've definitely done edible painting. It is a challenge, but it's
hey, you know what's funny? Our friend Jerry does edible painting all the time. Also, sorry to start getting distracted on my phone. I just saw Kyle got his
no, by all means, it's
just
fine.
finished unwrapping all his
I saw that too.
commander like magic stuff.
Commander
pulled some-
magic stuff. Oh, he pulled.
He pulled some really good art.
Ooh, I get black.
Yeah, I was actually looking for
Third
black.
row
Is it
on all the way on the right. All the way on the right.
this one.
Yep. Pure
Pure
black.
black. Okay.
Could you?
Oh, right.
Paint boy. Paint boy.
As you wish.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good reference. Good reference.
Edible and craft would either be awesome or horrible.
I do pretty good with it.
So I used to help a friend out who was really into like.
I was just gonna say I used to do edibles. I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah, I know. Listen, okay, you got me. I used to. I still do. No, but I used to have a friend that was very into like.
Oh jeez.
Oh my. Making different film projects and whatnot, and we did one for a historical society.
I will always remind you, don't get discouraged because guess what?
Hmm.
You can strip the paint,
You can strip the paint.
Yeah.
or you can go over it again. Continue.
So we did one for a historical society looking at like an old schoolhouse. And I just remember on the drive over there, he was ripping his pen constantly. And I'm like, okay, so this is your project. Like, I'm going to need your direction, how we're going to get these shots. And he goes, yeah, totally, totally. And we get there, and the kid is just baked. Like, beyond recognition. And so he would sit down on the ground for a minute and just stare at the schoolhouse and try to figure out, like, how are we going to do this? And we had to go back and film like 3 or 4 days. When it should have just taken one.
God damn.
Yeah. So,
Okay, fair enough.
yeah. Luckily it was the one that was like in town, but
But still,
it was It was like we could have been done with this.
We made a trip for this. So I do edibles and coffee when I paint.
Yeah.
It's harder for me to do painting while drinking because
your dexterity gets all messed up.
yes, it does, and I do not get better while drinking. But my focus gets better on edibles. So, as weird as that sounds,
No, I've noticed that. For myself, at least, not you.
did you notice that I can watch full movies while taking edibles?
Yeah, we watched Hamilton.
I can watch that sober, but
I know. I probably could have watched that sober too. That was an
you probably
awesome
could
movie.
have. I think it just helped.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, Candy, what was your favorite part of the SameYou charity drive, Build a Boss? We didn't get Candy. We didn't bully Candy yet.
Bully Candy yet.
I think she's still doing her Austin education, but she might have that off on the side.
We'll see,
Yeah,
we'll see.
that's true. Can always try.
Yeah.
Can always try.
True.
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Okay. Let him try a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Squish down on there better.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Holy,
The poster
Seriously?
tag.
how'd you do that?
What?
Dude, you just like, I don't know. That's laid out pretty well. I
For
feel like you
starters,
just-
the rough colors.
That's what you do, though.
Yeah,
you
and
block
then-
it out and
And then do the finer details come
yeah.
in.
I will paint over like tiny details 5 or 6 times until I get what I want on it. There's no that's the way I do it. There's like you're never gonna you're never gonna not mess up the fine details. So you kind of just have to go in and do the best you can with
Yeah.
what you have.
Guys, it's too close to Monday. I don't want to wake up at 7.
I appreciate that.
I feel that.
I have to wake up at 8, but that's okay.
I have to
Mondays are my
wake up
later
at
day.
6.
Hey, 6 squad.
I start at
You
9
wake
and
up
work
at
till
6?
7 on Mondays, boys.
How do you do you like lay everything out the night before? Because you get into your office mad quick. Like I get that morning Snapchat of like, okay, what's the funny
Yeah.
like
7:30.
Jeez.
Toothpicks and hope for the best. Yeah, brushes don't last very long in my house, so
I thought that was in relation to waking up in the morning. I was very confused.
can't be both.
Oh, that reminds me. I should set alarms on this new phone.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you should.
It's been interesting.
Oh, you know what we didn't talk about that you totally mentioned and I totally forgot
What did
about
we
it?
did not talk about?
What?
Ideas for next year.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
God, yes.
So I have none.
I
Yeah,
have none here.
I have none.
I've really enjoyed
Good
both.
talk.
Kadoria Clash was super fun. The
I
PvP
think-
is really fun.
I think the PvP is definitely more like Build a Boss was interesting, but I think the PvP was very well received, especially with like even with the last night where it became the free for all.
Yeah.
So I think September being our PvP event might be the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, we got a whole year to brainstorm ideas, but
Well, we got like 9 months before we actually have to figure out what it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
If
we
you
know
guys have-
we start planning this in advance.
Yeah. If you guys have any concepts or ideas or things you wish we had done differently or didn't get around to doing or whatever,
Are we bringing back the live event?
I would love to do.
I
The,
think-
the live event, honestly, to see that it worked out as well as it did.
Yep.
And that we were capable of doing that, that would be so cool. Like, I don't know, Candy already said she would like to come out for one, so if we could
Yeah.
coordinate that, that would be neat.
I mean, we
think
did
the-
it once before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is just knowing how to.
I got to budget food and entertainment for that time though, because
Yeah.
woo,
Yeah.
going out to eat with you guys twice in a week.
Yeah, I don't. Hot Pot definitely killed me.
Yeah, Hot Pot
Afterwards.
killed me too.
You and Amanda made the right call to just be like, it's time to go home. So the
I
battery is
honestly,
done.
by the end of that live event, my throat was like on fire.
I
was
could
like,
tell
ugh,
you were sounding like
raspy.
completely scratchy.
That's okay.
Yeah, I was getting over that little sinus bullshit.
I wish I could have made the PvP night though. I feel like, honestly, meta.
I mean, Riku's
mean-
level 5?
Riku would have done.
Nikki
pretty
was
well.
level 4 and made it to the final 3.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
But there was female collusion.
there was female collusion.
I like how the female collusion ended in Shadow dying in the circle.
I felt so bad.
That was awful.
I saw her going down to that bottom corner, and I was like, "Oh, I can't say anything, but oh."
Yeah.
I was so annoyed when the circle got me of all things.
Fucking circle.
Fork knife death. Yeah.
Yep.
Which yeah, last night her and Pengy were playing Fortnite.
They were while we were doing.
Is this the
seven-
That
same
was
watch stuff?
hysterical.
Let me see. Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to pick that game back up again. That was pretty fun.
I have a
You still got a little bit of like drying going on over here, so just do be careful because washes are not friendly on wet paint
Gotcha.
because they smear.
I'll start from the bottom.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Disconnected from chat. Oh no.
I feel like it, whether build or no build, I still suck at it.
Never played.
Yeah, good for
I
you.
have a coworker who is very Gen Z, and she's big into Fortnite. And so I was asking her for tips on how to make D&D into Fortnite.
Oh, perfect.
She's like, "Oh, you have to have loot islands," and I was like, "This is a 2-dimensional map. I can't have islands." Although that sounds like it would be great fun.
Yeah.
You probably could have, but
Could have come up with something.
sounds like a lot of work for not a lot of payoff. What was the biggest danger on the map? I don't know. Getting turned on.
Storm.
Thor?
Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
Dude, you didn't turn on me.
I was about to.
Well, that's okay. I was about to turn on you.
Oh.
We had agreed that we were going to turn on each other.
I suppose we did. I don't think either of us caught that though.
No, we definitely agreed that. I had already.
Oh, when you mean?
I
like,
told
right
you in the
when-
beginning I was planning on turning on you. It's a very Harper thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are still, speaking of Harper, new characters still do get 1,000 gold pieces for starting up right now. I got a couple more of those incentive bonuses left.
That's true. You know what else is people can spend their gold on the rumors? No one's done that yet.
Oh yeah.
That's
you know
somebody
what?
did.
No one's done one of those yet.
Oh, I better get my.
You know what? I'm gonna make up a rumor.
Do it.
So what? Just throw like minus 1,000 gold TLP. Jesus, minus 1,000 gold in
In the lab, yeah.
the lab,
in the lab.
and then do
I
I
was
just post
working in the
rumor in,
lab.
like
Wait,
Gen chat
wait,
or
You
What's
can do it in
that?
Tavern Chat.
Tavern chat? Okay. You know what? Let's make up a rumor. Sorry about that.
Good.
Let's make up a rumor. It's been too quiet around here. I need to make up a rumor.
I'm gonna let that dry.
You mean girl motherfucker. I was talking to him, not you. Luke got really offended.
I saw the little like. I mean, I can make another new character. Honestly, I'm like.
Well,
I'm a
Meta, you're
little-
playing as Zuzu, right? On Thursday? The gunslinger monk?
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gun
that's
monk.
That's a weird build. So is
Mhm.
it like an artificer monk?
No, it's a gunslinger. It's a fighter.
It's a
subclass.
fighter.
Oh fuck! I forgot that's. a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, we all did.
Meanwhile, me with my 2 gunner artificers that don't have much specking into guns in the first place.
Well, that's your fault for building shitty artificers.
Well, I'm good at it, so
I'm good.
Kensai monk. Ooh.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
I do like Kensai. Out of I built a monk for Jen's campaign.
Oh, yeah.
I did my dwarf monk.
I'm playing something other than a halfling.
That's scary.
You are? What are you playing?
The moment you can't roll a natural 1 over, you're gonna hate it.
Yeah.
You always do.
I do.
Oh, I forget about that. I always forget that halflings can do that.
Well, in Roll20, it's
Automatic.
Oh.
Yeah.
And D&D Beyond, everybody.
All right. Let me think. Let me think about the map a second here. So Where was the awakening? Like
Trareg.
That took place in Trareg?
Yep.
Yeah. What do I know though?
Like whereabouts in Trareg was that?
That you got me on that.
So I
don't remember.
was actually playing The Witcher 3, and I
Okay.
was reading the Witcher books at the time.
Okay.
And I was thinking of what are some, because I want to say it was right after the Queen of Air and Darkness as a big baddie.
Yep.
I was like, what's another like big overarching villain,
Yeah.
like or type of like high level baddie type stuff, right?
Yeah.
So between The Witcher and also actually old school RuneScape has very prominent higher level vampire characters like Theater of Blood. I was like, between the two of these, if I combine the lore, vampires are always super super awesome baddies. But how do I tie? I don't want them to like. Witcher has the concept of like elder vampires, which are like nigh immortal. Like they can only be killed by other elder vampires. And I was like, well, that's stupid because you can't have that in D&D. But like, how do I flavor this in RuneScape and stuff? You know, running Theater of Blood has always been a thing. And so I came up with the concept of the Kruv spawn as like, hey, I have all this lore written about Kruv and like what he's all about, and the baddies and vampires fit right into that. And so I had the original mission where you went to Trareg to try to kill a vampire lord that had actually been reporting to Analius Amakir.
Asshole.
And the whole plan was for that to be the seed into like, Trareg is not what it seems. There's like illusory bullshit going on there, and then have that kind of be the seed. But I think it was actually Cricket with her artifact casting Moonbeam, which prevented that vampire from escaping.
Yep.
Oh.
And got the kill. So then I was like, okay, that's a change of plans. How
And
does
oh
that,
boy, did the plans
yeah,
change.
how does that translate into the politics of Analius Amakir, like interfacing with these, like, because even he was like, okay, there's something shady going on, but I don't know the fullest extent. TAC was kind of the like the
Meat
patsy.
puppets.
Yeah. And so then I had the whole concept of like, TAC is either going to witness this awakening or stop this awakening of this like Kruv spawn. And
Yeah.
before that, this was like way before I had any concept.
Yes, we didn't stop it.
No.
Well, that would explain all the brides
And the death.
and
Yeah.
the death.
There was a lot
And
of
the
death
pleasure
that night.
house that was not very pleasurable at all.
Right.
Well,
So
we haven't been there yet.
that's good.
Didn't we go?
We haven't
No.
been to the pleasure palace.
That's the
yet.
last. That's the last raid.
Oh, I could have sworn that.
Can we stop though? I'm really proud of the shield.
Wow. That looks really good.
Ooh, dang, dude. That's some good. Showed him.
That's
meta.
metallic. That's metallic on the metallic on black.
Nice. I'm gonna be doing that soon. So yeah, that was sort of that mission, and it took 2 hours to get to the map scene,
Yeah.
and then it was a massive map, as you saw.
Yeah.
I was still pretty green at this whole DMing thing on stream, so
Yeah.
it just went on for very, very long. There's a lot of alcohol imbibed, and I was like, well, he woke up, and then went around and power word killed 4 out of the
No, 3 because I
Three.
was already dead by the time
Yeah.
you woke up.
3
Because
out of
I
the
went off
5.
on my own.
And then Orsic wandered off and died, and there was only one survivor. And then that was like, okay, this is.
Who was the one survivor?
It was Kelly actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wow.
Brenna.
Brenna.
Lone survivor of the awakening.
Yep.
Because it was
It
me
was
as Orsic. It was
Tick
Mike
Tick.
as Shiana. It was
Tick Tick
Kraken as
Shiana.
Tick Tick.
Adrian was Rudy's
Adrian
character,
as Rudy's.
and then you were Orsic the dwarf. Yeah.
Yeah, and we all fucking died because 4 of us decided it would be a really good time to get schmammered and not understand. Veteran D&D players got schmammered and decided that this was a good time to split the party.
There was also an interesting moment where, kind of like the Vernon Burr stuff,
Mhm.
I still have Lexigrad using those like devices to detect power signatures,
Yeah.
and so I think it was Shiana.
It was
given,
Mike, yeah.
was given this crystal that was like pinging to where the power source was coming from. And that's how they
Mm-hmm.
found the vampire den underneath Trareg. And there was a moment where the vampire was like waking up, where I said that the crystal like shatters in response to all the power, meaning like for me it was a moment to say like, hey
Get
guys,
the fuck out of
get
there.
the fuck out, because this thing is about to like, it's so powerful it destroyed Lexigrad Archmage's magic. And in the drunken silliness, Mike thought, oh,
Help was on the way.
backup's on the way from Lexigrad, so they went further. And then I think it was actually Joe. I think it was Tick Tick that was the first one to put eyes on the curve spawn because
He was the first power word kill.
because Tick Tick was dashing, Goblin's bonus section dashing further down the map
Okay.
and exploring.
Can I get a like a silver? Oh wait, I have a darker
And,
silver,
Darker silver.
like shadowed steel on the left.
I
Top row,
gave
top row.
Tick Tick the I gave Tick Tick the chance of like this is
To
the
leave.
scariest thing you've ever seen, like get the fuck out.
And in his drunken stupor,
Joe said, "No, I'm soloing it," and got power killed. And then there's also the chaotic love triangle going on between Adrian, Shiana, and Brenna, which
Oh, yeah.
was hilarious
Chaos.
and chaotic. And so they were more distracted by the interfacing with themselves.
yep, and like
Um,
how to backstab each other.
Yeah, and so then
It was the perfect storm of fuckery in D&D, and
it was a night.
Yeah.
still to this day is our highest viewership stream,
Yeah.
which
We-
blows my fucking mind.
We got up there though.
We came
This past
close,
month.
We came close.
but we
in the
weren't at
first-
42 viewers at one point.
Yeah.
We
That's
beat
pretty
the
wild.
sustained record. We didn't beat the max record of
It's
the
48.
Awakening.
Yeah.
48 is the
Yeah,
peak. Because we had a raid in the middle of that from Reaper, actually.
yeah, it was like a big raid.
Like
and we-
Reaper Minis Reaper?
No. Reaper of Hugs.
yeah, where we went
Oh.
Pez.
Okay. Well, the reason why I ask is because I wanted to kind of incorporate that map a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give much away, but I'll wait for the rumor to come out.
The
Okay.
rumor do come out. Does Trarag map is gay? The Game Grumps bit. I'm sorry.
The amount of Game Grumps bits that go through my mind on a daily basis is pretty bad. All right, let's see.
God, Hinder's playing the Big E today. I forgot about that.
Wow.
Oh, dude, you know who's playing?
Hinder.
Well, yeah, them too. But
I just said that.
no, Public Enemy.
Really?
I think they're playing tonight.
Wow.
I like for the longest time I wanted to go see one of their shows. I saw they were playing, and then I started to see videos from the Biggie of like people just being completely gridlocked on that main like.
And yeah, that's the
Throwaway.
Big E.
Yeah.
And dude, I feel like it's never gotten that bad. Though.
It has.
That would,
It's fucking terrible. Like
Yeah,
that's
Big
why
E
I don't
traffic.
go.
yeah.
I go once every like 3 or 4 years, just to.
Well, that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And never on a day never on a concert day, never on a Saturday. Weekdays.
I get it with this Triboard.
Yeah, you probably do.
I want really heavy with the wash.
That's okay.
That's not bad.
Usually it's not a problem, so it's okay. And black is like your best bet typically with washes, but if you can always do like browns if they're like particularly light in shades.
Okay.
I have some purple ones over there that work really good on like some of the lighter blues and pinks. I use it a lot for like monster mouths, where it's that pink,
Okay.
and then I'll wash it with like a purple or a,
Oh, interesting.
yeah. And I think I have like a crimson over there that comes out really well with that look.
I have apple pie and chocolate chip banana bread waiting for me at home, dude.
Oh my god, banana
What?
bread,
Fucking banana bread.
banana
At
bread
work,
at
dude?
home,
At work, dude. Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I can never hear hell yeah anymore without immediately thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Will.
Have you seen the thing with the necklace, like the beads?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Banana bread at work, dude. Hell yeah. My mom used to say if I waited for good things would come to
man.
me. And I got banana bread. It's like,
But like, there's a lot of things that like aren't good, dude. Like fucking not getting paid a lot of money for working, dude.
those memes are so funny.
So good. Oh god. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to get back into the swing of normal TAC stuff and getting through backstory missions and all that. It's funny, always kind of like taking this. I don't call it a break, but like disrupting the like weekly
flow.
cycle, the flow. Yeah.
because yeah, you're right. It is a like we do like a week or two off for the holidays, but That doesn't ever feel like a break because we're always. I mean, typically we're just playing Valheim during that time.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm so hyped for Valheim.
So hyped for Valheim. So hyped for fucking PvP.
The territorial disputes are going to be interesting because I imagine where all like the keeps are, people are going to have like forwarding bases there.
Yep.
Where you can like set your spawn so you can get back.
Yep.
So like the holding a keep is one thing, but then like keeping your enemies out of your turf. And like, because those forwarding bases are fair game to destroy.
They are.
Right?
I'm pretty sure we have decided that they are. Well, here's the thing: get off my lawn is
Says
blanketed.
You can't destroy
But
anything.
Doesn't mean that if they're not warded, you can't get in them.
You can't get in them, and
I would say they're not. We have to talk with Permore because I think if everybody's okay with it, I think if they're not safe, they're not safe.
Yeah, because like the home base, like the Meadows base, is
the spawn is safe, and your main base of operations.
Meadow base is safe.
Well, if you, I mean, it doesn't have to be Meadows.
We're assuming. I'm going to assume Meadows, right?
Well, I mean, there's only so much Meadows on the map there, Luke.
I mean, you could go to a different island and go to a different.
And I think some of the more experienced players could probably settle in the Black Forest relatively safely.
Yeah.
With starting gear. Keely's in the Black Forest. He's not, but
Okay. All right. My bit of the Black Forest is literally there's a bit of shore on my little archipelago that's just like this big.
He's got a
and it's
little bit of Black Forest that can give him core wood, and that's about it.
Which I should start cheating out some core wood. I cheated out some fine wood earlier.
Yeah, it's a legitimate strategy.
Yeah. But it's so funny because you just like you walk for like not even like a half mile. You just go like slightly north, and all of a sudden, as you're like approaching the shore, you just go from meadow, Black Forest, shore. It's like
just a little strip.
It's seriously just a little northern strip of Black Forest, and it's nothing.
Can the War Chief Hounds harass the merchant?
The merchant for hire?
Yeah.
You mean, I'm sorry, the tramp for hire?
Yeah.
Kind of a dick thing to do.
It would be.
Yeah, he's kind of like.
I'm playing the villain, guys.
Do you want to be harassed?
I'd rather not.
We'll threaten it. We probably won't do it.
Okay.
We'll just.
It'll be part of very
We're
intense
gonna impress you,
negotiations.
yeah. We're gonna send you from our camp to like the fairy camp with like a bunch of heads in your cart, and just like this is a gift from the towns.
And it's gonna be all of my people's heads.
So yeah, that was the other. I don't know if this is a mod or this was a thing before in Valheim, but Andrew was so.
Nope, that's a mod.
Okay,
That's a mod.
Andrew so kindly showed me the Headhunters mod,
Yeah.
where it's like after you kill someone, you get their head.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's gonna be so much fun. Just putting heads on spikes outside the keeps, like
I was like, this sounds fun for PvP.
so good. I like the like specific targeted thing too as well, where you have like people who are worth different amount of points.
Yeah, that was just something where I was like, let's do something with the headhunter.
No, because then it like
you have to opt in to be a target.
right.
There's not really a value to killing people if they're not a target, right? Like,
right, other than getting their stuff. But
Yeah.
like, yeah.
and maybe we'll do something like winner of the headhunter gets choice of arena combat.
Okay.
However we set it up.
Gotcha.
You
We'll
know,
figure
with
it
the
out.
land raising tools, we could probably do a sea combat arena.
Yeah. Boats. That'd be so cool. Messaging per raid. Just like a couple of serpents swimming around in a ring.
Well,
That's
you
so
can
cool.
you can spawn a serpent on dry land
Oh, can they move?
pretty well.
Oh, I know that. How are we looking? How are you doing, buddy? Still pretty wet.
all right, I've almost got this written out.
Doing your room?
Yeah.
Oh, careful.
I'm excited about the sea battle arena. Could you pass me a wait? Do I think I have a dark gray over here already?
I've got a dark gray right here.
Okay, I'll steal yours. That's fine.
All right, I want to do a dry brushing thing,
Okay.
but I want to do like the metallic-y finish.
Okay, so you're definitely gonna want to target that chainmail more,
Yeah,
and it definitely needs to dry more because.
yeah, the back is still wet.
So you definitely have a metallic in there that'll do
Yeah.
diligence.
Okay, just gotta be patient.
Yep, you definitely do.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me borrow your gray.
Sure thing.
Luke, this might require a little bit of backtracking on your part.
I'll figure it out.
And Andrew,
Why am I involved?
this might be a new wild hunt
Okay,
Ooh,
cool.
okay.
mission.
Noted. Wild hunts are fun. That's okay.
Wild hunts are a lot of fun.
I've never run a one and people have been like, I regret this.
Mhm.
Also, nobody's ever died in a wild hunt, so there's that.
True.
Only time I've ever killed somebody is Chada. Don't count Ziggy. That was scripted.
Mhm.
Lore drop.
Mhm.
That big old war we had that nobody died in it, unless you count the one person that died of their own abilities.
What the?
Slappy's wild magic
Oh,
sorcerer
yeah.
that died from a fireball.
Okay, I want to read this.
Read it out loud.
All right, a copy of the Kadoria Chronicle finds its way to. It's the Kadoria Kicker.
Whoops.
The Kicker.
Sorry.
One
Read it.
particular article may catch the eye of some. From the stoic outskirts near Lexigrad, many farmers and small settlements were reporting strange otherworldly disturbances. One farmer reports that an 8-limbed beast with 2 heads, horns, and green scaly complexion on the top of white fur on the top, with white fur on the bottom, trampled through his pumpkin patch, spouting horrible puns. He claims the puns afflicted his wife to the point she began vomiting. Another traveling merchant claims a goat charged his caravan with the bravado of a copper dragon. While his armored guard fought valiantly, they were either gored by the goat or obliterated by a fireball that came from the merchant that the merchant just couldn't discern where it came from. Other villagers report not just 1, but 2 such creatures wreaking havoc through their homestead. The city of Lexigrad has put out an official bounty for the head or potential heads of aforementioned beast. The only known lead they have is that the creature smells of oats and flash. Yes.
Yay!
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah, all those AAA, RRs, just I hope they still stand.
Oh God. I'll have to go back and make sure they stick. But
Yeah. Some of them I feel like it's
actually,
okay to
this Thursday, I was thinking of a AAA RR mission.
Ooh.
Yep.
like to edit the AAA
Mhm.
AAA. Ooh. A beginner tier mission too.
The first one was a beginner tier mission.
Yeah.
That was actually Penky's first mission.
The AAA RRR was Pengy's first.
Yeah.
Wow.
The cockatrice. Yeah.
Yeah. She got petrified and brought back as a statue. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, I remember her telling me about that.
Mm-hmm. She got stoned as she puts it.
She mentioned that that's happened to her more than once.
Yep.
Well, wizards go through a tough time in the early days.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Will mentioning like, that wizard HP. Yeah, it's no joke. D4s are rough to work
They're
with.
D6s in 5th edition,
D6s,
but
yeah.
it's okay.
Still, yeah.
3.5.
3.5. I haven't played that 3.5 game in a while. I think the DM just kind of need to take a break on things for a bit.
It happens.
So, yeah. All right.
That sounds like a very D&D thing to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Where's she going?
We'll see. I might have to finish this guy at a later date.
You might have to, but that's okay.
We shall see. Yeah, he's just really wet.
Yeah.
Me too.
You have that effect on people.
All right. Settle down.
Really? Stay away from the alcohol, dudes.
You're not going to get
No,
any more of
it's
that.
been a nice little wrap-up stream. This has been
Yeah.
really nice.
Are we going to do a tea time going into January again? Because
We haven't talked about it, but we usually do one of those every year.
Just about, yeah.
That was a good time.
Tea times are a lot of fun.
Probably more towards March, right?
When did we do the last one? Last
Last one was in February.
February.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. You
That's
know what I
in-
was thinking of?
Mhm.
Because we've done a costume contest.
Mm-hmm.
We did the cocktail contest.
Yep.
Not gonna lie, I really liked the cocktail
The
contest. That
cocktail
was a lot
contest
of fun.
That
I had a thought, and I'll pitch it right now.
All right.
What if we did like an art contest. And by art, that can be
Oh, absolutely.
drawings, paintings, it can be poetry, it
Yeah,
can be
there's absolutely.
any sort of medium that I think that would be kind of cool.
That would
Because
be
we have a lot of really talented artists
We
in
do.
the community.
I think that would be a good way to. I think that would be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That would definitely be neat to see. So
Because even just like digital art, music, poetry, paintings, drawings, I mean, we got a lot of talented people out there.
So a while back, I had this thought, and I don't have the equipment, time, and know-how to get this off the ground. But I had an idea to do the opening to like all the TAC missions to the tune of Hotel California.
Like the intro?
Yeah.
Copyrighted.
Well, if it's a cover, and it's
Fair,
sung,
good point.
that's you can get around that.
You're right. You can.
But it's like I don't know how I would go about it. Like
Oh,
I'd have to
fuck.
learn like the guitar, the bass.
I
Figure
got
out
the
the
chord
drums.
progression.
Maybe we collab on that.
That'd be fun.
That'd be really interesting.
I haven't touched my guitar in a while,
Yeah,
but
I've been bad about it. But it's like riding a bike. Once you
yeah,
figure it out
just
again.
gotta work your hands out. And,
I feel like every time we go over and your guitar is out, Jerry ends up picking it up and it's just like, here's a
Bang, bang, bang,
he's
bang.
like, here's the general by Dispatch, and then he just plays through it, and it's like, how is that your go-to song?
anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Yeah, see that's more of a go-to song than anything else.
Cause maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me.
Who sings that song?
We should keep it
Oasis.
that
We
way.
should keep it that way. You know me so well.
All right. I'm gonna paint it out.
So again, just a reminder, folks, we're going to keep the donation link open until Thursday. So we'll have our grand total on Friday the 5th.
Yep. Or even Thursday night, most
Yeah,
likely.
probably Thursday night we'll have our grand total. Again, just the biggest, most sincere thank yous to everybody who's helped
Absolutely.
out. Big,
Yeah.
big
We
thank you to
can't show enough thanks for what,
Yeah,
what
this
has gone
is
on this month.
Yeah,
really,
it's
really
been an
awesome
awesome
stuff.
journey.
Special shout outs to SameYou for making it possible. Like
Yeah,
they're the ones that are putting the work in to make sure that this money goes somewhere that
honestly,
needs to.
You know what? Let me make sure I get some pics of these minis.
Oh yeah. Ah, jeez.
Yeah.
Get him too. Just knock him off.
Yeah, just flick them.
There you go.
All right, here you go. Here's the one I'm currently working on. Here's
Mine's on the thing still.
okay. Here's Luke's. That's still on the thing. That's not. That's my
He's still
copy.
very wet.
This should be a D&D party right here. This is still wet.
For the most part, yeah.
You got a ranger, a wizard, a fighter, paladin.
Yeah, you got the D&D party right there.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed one.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
That's
Thanks
Lydia
for
from
giving us
Skyrim.
Can we have a close up of some of the figurines? Yeah.
Oh,
do
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 We're
I
gonna.
don't-
I'm
You
gonna
wanna bring
do
them to
some
the big-
quick. I'm gonna do some quick swapping around.
Okay.
If you want to just put them in front of there.
Yeah.
Gotta go back to the command station. Where's my camera? That's the camera. Bring it up above everything.
Oh, okay. I guess
That works.
I started it up. I didn't even mean to.
Yeah, have them all facing outwards.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
No, we don't keep track of ammo. That's clunky as all hell. And once you got your picture, we can put them on the camera right up here.
Where is that showing? Oh, it's just really delayed. Okay.
Yeah. You see that corner bottle of your paint?
Yeah. That's the perfect spot.
Yeah, there you go.
Right here. Okay.
Man, I'm still learning how to focus this thing.
Stand by. Well, here, we can get this one.
Yeah.
How's that look?
I'm
Maybe
at
too
this.
tall? We took this up.
I got you.
Got it? All right.
A little closer, a little closer. Oh, jiggling. Commence the jiggling. Makeup brush it.
Hmm?
Put your hand behind it. I'm gonna have to let go because it's not allowing it to focus.
It's got the dwarf
Just tilt the
island.
camera up a wee smidge. There we
Too much? Not
I
enough?
might be able to just pull it down like that. Now,
There we go.
now Mr. Melvin's back in frame. But no, it's only one Melvin right now, so
Give the people what they want.
give the people what they want.
Yeah, that one came out really nice, WeeWoo.
Backdrop it. It's just a little bit blurry, so I want see if that helps. That perfect.
Beautiful.
That'll focus it up.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
Perfect, perfect.
That's the dwarf I was just working on. That's the second one I did.
I dig it.
Okay.
It's mostly done.
Got our next.
Let's go ahead and show off the badass.
Okay. Let's,
Badass skeld. Luke's first painted miniature came
first-
out very nice.
it honestly
Yeah,
did.
seriously. I'm gonna let you handle that.
Okay, let's see. Let me get a
I really wish that the light table was working in here because it would rotate them on their own for us.
This thing?
Yeah.
I kind of like started to spin it and it just kept going.
Oh, it just needed help.
Did that focus up?
Yeah, it did.
All right, there he is. There he is. Came out pretty solid. Pretty proud of that. It's got the quiver on the back.
Mm-hmm.
That should be
Very
a hand model. Look at that.
hand model. Surprisingly, you'd actually. It's more about knowing how to brace your hands because I don't have steady hands.
So the wizard out there?
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Wizard Mini
The wizard
from
Mini.
Mr. Melvin.
That one came out really good. I
Yeah.
love the staff.
Yeah.
And the purple on the
Keely,
ropes.
you
I gotta
did
spin
super
this.
good.
I was very happy with that one.
All right, let me get
Super therapeutic.
Yeah.
I've been paying minis for
Oh,
4
the
or 5 years
golden.
now.
The camera doesn't do it justice, but the gold in the hair looks so good.
Turn it to face the camera.
Let me see.
Yeah, I've tremored for years. It's just a matter of managing. Comes with, I think it comes with work too. You have to poke people. You tend to be able to steady your hand when you need to.
Yeah.
Luke, this came out like super good, and you literally just like
I kind of that was a rush job, honestly. I mean,
for
I
a
can-
rush job. This orc
Yeah.
is looking badass.
Not bad.
Like you'll be able to clean it up too in the future. So
yeah,
nothing to worry about there.
Like for what it's starting out at, it's
yeah. I'm happy with it.
And those, like I said, those 3 steps get you so far in mini.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of like, oh, you can do shading and you can do, blending. I don't have the patience for that. What the base coats, dry brush or wash and dry brush, and changing up that order when you find ways to do it works
Go ahead
so
and get our
well.
little Traveler on there.
Lydia built to carry your burdens.
She is sworn to carry your burdens.
I believe the name of that mini is literally, Marina, overlaid and henchwoman. It's literally Lydia from Skyrim. Give the spin with the bow and the axe.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah. You can't really see it super well on the camera, but Andrew painted up the cobblestone underneath their feet,
Well,
and it just looks
the
like
cobblestone, again,
Oh, yeah.
is 90% of that is wash.
still
That was
though,
everybody, right? All 5?
That was all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
through 5. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
You guys ready? We gonna raid out
Yeah.
somebody?
I think
Oh, yeah.
this has been a really nice night.
It's been
And
a super
again,
nice night.
um,
So happy to spend
a
time
really
with you guys.
relaxing end to a chaotic and amazing.
Very
month.
chaotic, very amazing month.
Thank you guys.
Tea Leaf Adventuring Company. We're gonna raid out to somebody in the community right now. Don't know who. Gonna find out.
Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you Thursday for beginner
Except I
tier.
gotta switch
Thanks for
computers
joining
to do
in.
that.
Thanks for hanging out, guys.
It's all popping off.
Oh God.
Oh,
Well, that's the thing with the new Switch. So
Oh.
it switches. Where's my channel? I got too many windows open here. Oh, it's because I have to do this.
Oh, okay.
Anybody we're following on? Squilios? Shanubia's been a while.
Yeah, we haven't done Shinubia in a while.
Yeah.
Playing D&D.
Oh yeah, playing D&D.
Let's do that.
We're gonna raid up to Shinubia Gaming, guys. So we will see you guys on
Thursday.
Alrighty, toodles, guys.
Bye.
See you later.
Oh, my God. We're not on the be right back screen yet, or the end screen, because I had to switch back.